back with another podcast episode number 8, I think. Yokami podcast.
So boom.
You're interrupting my shit.
I'm ad-libbing it.
Don't interrupt my shit.
I'm not interrupting it.
Don't ever interrupt my intro ever again, bro. I got a thing going on here, man.
Cool off, my nigga.
It's a thing between me and the people.
Yo, cool off, my nigga.
This is our time to, before you intrude, this is our time to connect.
Stay out of it.
Yokami podcast, episode 8. It's your boy Ben.
It's your boy Bezel.
And we got a lot of topics. We always got a lot of topics. It be getting a little exhausting. We got the topics. First topic, we're both from New York. We're two New York gentlemen, although we're not from New York City. Mayors for city or governors for city? No, governors for state.
Yeah.
Mayors for city. Mayor Eric Adams, he did an interview on The Breakfast Club. And The Breakfast Club, ever since the useless woman left, what was her name?
Angela Yee.
Ever since Angela Yee left, the useless woman, they've been experimenting, bringing in different people, slotting them in, trying to get a groove going.
No, it seems like Jess Hilarious is the girl now.
She is, but she's not, because she wasn't here for this.
She didn't need to be.
Fair enough, but that's what I mean. She's not a jack of all trades. She has her own little niche, and although she's a regular, they bring on other people. So this girl, Olayemi Olurin, she is, if you couldn't tell, she's Nigerian. Lawyer, lives in New York, advocates for progressive policies. I've stumbled across her in the past, being that I'm into Twitch politics and all that kind of stuff. She's crossed paths with other, content creators that I watch. Spoiler alert, I hate progressives. So they brought her on to challenge the mayor on some of his policies and all this kind of stuff. And you sent me this!
I did.
Because you were beefing with Mayor Eric Adams.
I wasn't beefing with him.
You had beef with that nigga.
I didn't have
and
beef.
you like seeing him get jumped. You like seeing him get pressed.
No, not really.
On his body.
Not really.
You said that you love seeing this nigga get pressed!
No, that's not what I said.
What'd you say?
All I said was that I think New York City's a shithole, and I don't know if he's doing anything about it. So here's this girl to press him on that.
Why is it a shithole?
Isn't it?
Why?
Rats running around.
I didn't ask.
Rats the size of raccoons.
I didn't say that it wasn't. I said, why is it?
Because there's rats the size of raccoons running around.
That's been happening forever.
No parking.
That's been happening forever.
Ticketing.
That's been happening forever.
And it's and what is he? So then we could say none of the mayors have done anything. I don't live there, so I can't have that much beef. But my usual stance is I fucking hate the city.
Well, what is he supposed to do about no parking?
Huh?
What's he supposed to do about no parking?
Am I the mayor? Make parking, nigga.
Why don't you try to brainstorm a little? Maybe it's an intractable problem. Maybe there's nothing that he can do about it.
Where's the money going?
Maybe parking gets better. Transportation is better.
The subway's disgusting. Look at Japan's subway. That shit look delicious.
Where's he supposed
you
to get
can
the
eat the food off the floor in Japan's subway.
Where's he supposed to get the money for a Hyperloop?
So that brings the question: where's the money coming? Where's the money going? New York City is absolutely disgusting. It's putrid. It's dirty. It's expensive.
Okay, so this isn't beef with Eric Adams. It's just beef with New York City.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how much power he has to do anything.
But you kind of displace the anger that you have towards the city on him because he's supposedly in charge. So
no, that's why I said I don't really have beef with him because I don't know how much power he has. But for people that have more knowledge than me, they can press him in the right areas. And I assume this lady was one of them.
Let's get into the clip. Eric Adams not only revived police units that were disbanded in 2020 for the disproportionate abuse against Black and brown New Yorkers, he revived stop and frisk. Since he became mayor, 97% of all stops and searches have been on Black and Latino New Yorkers.
The federal monitor, who is tasked with ensuring that NYPD is following the law, conducted an analysis that happened 8 years ago, but they're still here monitoring what you're doing, and they said that you have brought back stop and frisk policies that are worse than they saw even during the Bloomberg era. But more importantly, they analyzed the neighborhood safe. I could show you the report is available, and I know it's been available to you because your spokesperson has commented on it. They did an analysis of over 10 precincts, 10 different precincts. That is factual. There's a federal monitor reporting to Judge T. Swain on it and presenting the information. They said that, yes, listen, let me finish so you can peel it back. They conducted an analysis of 10 different precincts, and of the stops of 10 different precincts, they found that 97% of them, by the way, of the neighborhood safety teams that were disbanded in 2020 because of their disproportionate abuse against Black and Hispanic people that you revived, they analyzed 10 of those different neighborhood safety teams and found that they're conducting 97% of their stops on Black and brown people, and a quarter of them are unconstitutional. That's what the federal monitor said, not me.
Yeah, and that's the same.
Can't be stuttering, man.
All right, listen. So, she was doing all this talking. You were praising her. People were praising her. She was getting lots of likes. That's really your bae.
No, I know nothing about her.
You marry her. Nigerian lawyer.
Don't care.
That don't matter. You don't want an educated woman.
Don't care.
What do you mean you don't care? You don't care about your girl being educated?
It doesn't get my dick hard.
Is that the only thing that matters in marriage?
It's a big part.
Just because it doesn't get your dick hard doesn't mean it makes your dick soft.
It might.
Dangerous fellow. So I looked up some research. Now, the problem with looking up crime research is once you start digging into why crime happens and how to stop it, you go down an unending you have to essentially get a degree in criminology in order to be able to truly, or just spend unbelievable amounts of time. And I only had like 2 hours to devote to this before I was fried. Before I was done. So I looked this up.
It's like you gotta understand the psychology of a criminal. You gotta think. You gotta work all the things within the law.
It's not even that you have to do all that. So I'll go through some of this, and in going through some of this, I'll raise some questions, and those questions will need answers, and then those answers will probably have questions, and it's just too much before it's just like, all right, look, man, I'll trust whoever.
Bro, it's not easy running something, man.
No, I agree.
It's not easy to run things.
NYPD recorded more stops of New Yorkers in 2023. 89% of those who were stopped were Black or Latino. Get that X out of here.
What is the X for?
So it's gender neutral.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
They're trying to destroy your language.
Fuck. It sucks. Like I made highlights a few days ago, but basically, from what I read from this article, it doesn't seem like they really brought back stop and frisk as it was. I think she's just labeling it as stop and frisk. I think it's more reasonable to say that he's just increased the police presence. More people are getting arrested. More people are getting stopped. Unfortunately...
So it's stop but no frisk?
It might be stop and frisk. I don't know.
What? You just said...
It's not an actual policy of stop and frisk. I think just more like... I think stop and frisk is just like, we can just stop you for any reason. There doesn't need to be any probable cause.
I'll give you one instance, right? Let's say weed is legal in New York now. But back then, if you had weed on, if they could smell weed, that give you right to stop and frisk you. But that's such a loose thing. Like, I can just say I always smell weed. How could you tell me I didn't smell it? How could you prove the smell wasn't in the air?
But I don't think that stop and frisk was even that. I think stop and frisk was just...
Yeah, you could just...
I don't need a reason. Yeah. So that was unconstitutional. But
that shit's crazy.
If you have probable cause... Now, obviously, yeah, they can just claim anything and then you just take an L if they're just lying. But I think that most cops don't do that.
But there has to be a level of, before it gets ridiculous. You can't say, I smell cocaine. Cocaine doesn't have a smell.
How you know that?
Isn't it obvious?
How would that be obvious?
Pretty sure it's obvious.
Why would that be obvious?
Huh?
Why would that be obvious?
Well, what do you think?
I've never been around cocaine. I would assume that has a smell.
Let's just say I know it doesn't have a smell.
How do you know that?
I've been to impoverished communities.
Impoverished communities that have cocaine?
Yeah. They're gonna get their shit.
Not crack? Cocaine?
Crack is just cocaine with extra steps.
Yeah, so it's cheaper.
But they still can get cocaine.
I'm not saying they can't, but...
Fine, not in impoverished communities. I've been to a college campus.
Why'd you say the first thing?
Well, it was a college campus in an impoverished community.
Okay. Yeah. So, I'm assuming what's happening is there's probable cause, there's more cops, and there's probably like some sort of mandate that's like, we need to bring crime down, so get a little bit more aggressive. And mostly Black and Latino people commit crime in New York City, so I mean, what do you want, bro?
Yeah, if you can't admit that, you can't get anywhere, can you?
Now, okay, it could be disproportionate still. Like, disproportionate to the amount of crime that they commit, but still.
This is the problem, man. The cycle of racism will never stop. The cycle of looking at things through a racial lens, it's like, yo, the government, it starts with the government. You're mad at the, like, if you're mad about those statistics, then you're mad at the wrong people. You shouldn't even be taking those type of statistics.
What, racial statistics?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, depending on what side you fall on, they're useful sometimes and they're not useful other times. Right? If you're a progressive,
Right. You want to use the racial statistics when it benefits you.
Yeah, for all college admissions and to point out
DEI.
Yeah, racist practice, racist hiring practices, and there's not enough black people in this industry, and that, you want to point it out then, it's useful then, but when they want to point out the crime statistics, now all of a sudden that's racist. You can't have it both ways.
Can't have it both ways, man.
Stats is stats. It is what it is. So, I mean, look, again, trying to dive into, how many stops are reasonable stops, which ones are infringing upon people's rights, whether or not it's correlative with the crime dropping, it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much to look into. So, she's saying shit is fucked up. He's saying shit is fine, but crime went down. So,
did crime go down?
Let's move to the next clip.
Right. So how do you reconcile that?
Well, let's go before.
Right. So how do you reconcile that?
Well, let's go before. First of all, I would love to give me the quotes on my rhetoric because I'm lost on that. Can you give me the quotes?
That you fairmonger about the subways? You've consistently done that since the day one of your administration. One of the first things you did was add 1,000 officers to the subway because you claimed that the subways are unrivaled. You and Hochul did this and said how dangerous it is, and you recently did that when you deployed the National Guard.
But that wasn't my question.
You see that smug look on her face?
National Guard.
She's very happy with herself.
That wasn't my question, Queen. My question was, what was my fear mongering? What did I say?
You continuously say, I could point to a number of videos and quotes and everything from you, but you said repeatedly that the subways are dangerous, that New York is dangerous. You complain about crime.
They are.
So what I'm saying to you is, if you are saying that New York is the safest city, it's one of the safest big cities in this country, which is true, and you're recognizing that the subway station.
She said it's true.
Oh, I'm not agreeing with her.
Are in fact not half as dangerous as they're presented to be. I'm saying, how do you reconcile how your rhetoric has played into people's fear?
And not just rhetoric, I would say the actions, because she's right. If you tell us, which is different, but it's the same thing though. You put 1,000 police officers in the subway, 2,000 police officers in the subway, that don't make us feel safe. We think something's wrong if you do
that. Let me peel back again, because you gotta always peel back this stuff, because oftentimes how you depict in the media that I don't control is how people interpret you. I didn't put the National Guards in the subway. The governor did.
I know, but I know what you said.
But you said ever.
You stood with Governor Kathy Hochul and you co-signed that decision. You did. And I'm not saying this as someone who's following social media. I'm saying that as an attorney in the city and an activist who follows everything that you do.
Yeah, I'm glad you do. And then you realize how I turn the city around if you follow everything I do. You realize that
I would say no, but we can get to that next.
Loosen up your tie, man. It's gonna be a long day.
All right, so let's get into some of this. Okay, so I looked up this article. Progressive advocate accuses Mayor Eric Adams of fueling subway crime fears in fiery radio interview. She argued that he has drawn an excessive amount of attention to a handful of high-profile violent incidents and that there are millions of strap hangers who commute safely each day. I guess that's just people who ride the subway. Accusations come at a time when subway crime is down. For instance, in the last month, transit crime dipped 14% compared to the same period last year. According to data, furthermore, arrests in the system are up nearly 50% since the start of this year in comparison to the same time frame in 2023. She accused Adams of fear-mongering, which has led to policy decisions like sending thousands of cops into the subway. So I clicked on that link. Mayor Adams says these three things led to a Queens cop killing. On Tuesday, said 2 violent incidents shook the city, and this resulted from a triad of issues that current laws and policies do not address. At the same time, Adams sought to dispel the idea that crime is running rampant throughout the city, pointing to his administration's purported success in bringing crime down overall. So, basically, when I look this up, she's just a full shit liar. Her point was not to bring up that he was fear-mongering, and that gave him an... See, this is what she's trying to make it seem like. He fear-mongered in order to make an excuse to give more jobs to cops and put more cops on the street so that they can harass black and brown people. That's the point that she's really trying to get at. But the truth of the matter is, he says things like, he sought to dispel the idea that crime is running rampant throughout the city. He constantly says crime is down, the subway is safer, but there's a difference between the reality of the safety of the subway and how people feel about the subway. If somebody gets choked out, like in the Daniel Penny situation, somebody gets shot, people feel like the subway is unsafe. And so his proposal to make people less fearful is to add more police. Because he says that when he goes to these black and brown communities and he talks to the people, they say, we would feel more comfortable if there were more cops. Now, that's a perspective thing. Like Charlamagne said, some people say they see more cops, they think that something's wrong. Some people say they see more cops and they feel like they're safe and they're protected. I would personally feel the latter. If I saw a lot of cops around, I might have a little fear that something will happen to me, but outside of that, I would generally think nothing's gonna happen. Like the cops might do something to me.
Ain't shit happening to me.
Yeah,
nothing's happening to me, and I feel safer with cops around.
Yeah, generally speaking, I don't
know how you can feel that way. You're less rambunctious than I am.
Well, I fall victim to confirmation bias. You know, you see, oh, the cops killed this person, so it's not like I'm immune to it. I feel it. I just don't. I don't believe that it would genuinely happen, but that doesn't mean that I don't feel the fear of it.
We lived in New York all our life. I've had run-ins with cops, and they were totally fine.
Yeah, me too.
You have?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, they were totally fine.
Yeah,
so I don't know why you feel that way.
It's not just based on my personal experience. It's based on the things that I see circulating in the media.
Well, I'm talking about how I would feel. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm using it based off my personal experience.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the way that I feel is not based only on my personal experience.
I think in this scenario it could be.
It could be in any scenario. I'm saying it's not.
No, I mean, would you think I'm an idiot for using my personal experience in this scenario? Because I feel like I'm fine around police.
No, you're making it seem like I'm an idiot for saying that.
No, I feel like I would just say it's unnecessary.
It's not. It has nothing to do with necessary. This is how I feel about it. I'm not choosing to feel that way. I just do.
I feel like your feelings on police permeate any reaction you have with police.
That might be the case, but I'm not talking about what type of interactions I have with police. I'm saying how I feel.
I know. I'm saying that it's unnecessary to feel other people's feelings if your experience should dictate how you feel.
Not
because I feel like that rapport you have with police officers is important to making sure they feel safe and feel like you're a normal person, and yada yada yada.
You're just totally ignoring what it is I'm saying.
No, I'm not trying to.
But you are.
I don't think I am.
I'm saying that the way that I feel is not just based on my personal experiences. My personal experiences have been positive with the police. Mm-hmm. The way that I feel is a combination of my personal experiences plus the things that I see on social media. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you understand that? Do you have any issue with that?
I'm just saying that. I just feel like it's unnecessary.
What is unnecessary?
To incorporate the things that
I'm not doing that.
You said you're incorporating into how you feel.
No, I'm not incorporating it. That is what is creating these feelings.
Okay.
If you go to war,
no, I get what you're saying.
Okay. So, yeah.
So, like me, I'm a master of my emotions and my feelings, so I can X that out. You know what I mean? I can X out what I see.
You're not.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. It's cool.
So what Charlamagne is saying is, again, it's a matter of perspective. He thinks more cops, that means it's more dangerous. And then he attributes that to Mayor Adams' messaging.
That's a sleight of hand.
Super disgusting sleight of hand.
He knows what he's saying. He's saying the same shit she's saying. The cops are harassing black and brown people.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just trying to
feel unsafe with more cops. This is nonsense.
Some people feel that way. Some people genuinely feel that way. They've been psyoped into feeling like the police, by and large, are just like a violent force that just are going to oppress you. That's really not the case. But so basically, he said that you do an analysis of all these reporting that you're doing, and you're going to keep coming up with the same 3 items: severe mental health, random acts of violence, recidivism, over and over again. So basically, what he's saying is
recidivism.
People who have committed crime, who go back to committing crime after they've been let out.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that.
What about recidivism?
I've been hearing a lot about a lot of posts about repeat offenders coming outside and then they get a social media clip of them doing some crime to somebody and be like, how could they keep letting these people out? I've been seeing a lot of those type of posts.
Well, they're supposed to leave them in jail forever?
They'll look at their crimes and be like, how did this person even get out?
Maybe. I don't know. That's like a case by cases thing. Anywho, so yeah, basically he's saying crime's not that bad. There's gonna be some crimes, unfortunately. I think he actually said like there are 4 million people that ride the subway every day, and there's only like 4 acts of violence that happen a day. 4 is a lot.
I mean, he's in the Japanese subway station.
Japan's not the same thing as New York.
I know. How do we get there? 4 acts of violence a day.
Homogenous population.
No, don't do that.
No,
that's not the only answer.
I think that's a large contributing factor.
It is, man.
Why some countries are some way and other countries are another.
Man, we're gonna have to make this experiment work.
I think it's working decently.
For 4? Because of 4?
I'm not saying it can't get better, but I think it's working decently.
All right, cool.
Let's see. You continue to fearmonger about crime in the subways. He had 2,000 police officers. Oh, yeah. Very, very stupid. Very stupid. So he asked her to give specific quotes. She couldn't. She said that he stood by Kathy Hochul. Now, Kathy Hochul is the governor of New York. She's, up in Albany. And she added like 1,000 National Guard troops to the subway. Nothing that he can do about that because she is the governor and he is the mayor. She announced Wednesday that she is surging the National Guard and MTA police officers into the city subway system. NYPD.
Was that because of that one shooting?
It might have been.
That went on social media?
How recent was this? It was a month ago, so maybe? Might have been.
Yeah, that shooting on the subway was crazy.
Yeah, it was. It was.
It was 2 crazy niggas.
NYPD has already added up to 1,000 officers in the subway system every day in recent weeks, following 3 recent homicides in transit. Mayor Eric Adams and NYPD brass were noticeably absent from Hochul's March 6th press conference. While Hochul stated that she and the mayor simply had differing schedules, she seemed to take a jab at recent crime numbers and the mayor's argument that crime is down. I'm not here today to talk to you about numbers and tell you stats and statistics. I'm here to take action because that's the situation requires. Rattling off statistics saying things are getting better doesn't make you feel better. So even the statement that she made saying that Eric Adams stood next to Kathy Hochul was just a lie. It was just a lie. And so, look,
But see, he doesn't understand, bro. You're playing a new game, Eric Adams, bro. You're playing the clips in that thing. You say, I wasn't there. The clip is ruined. The clip is ruined. And you have to know that you weren't there because reading that would show that, no, there's an intrinsic beef that's going on between you and the governor. So you're playing games like, oh, no, what did I say? You're playing those stupid games instead of saying, nah, I wasn't even there. Don't you look foolish. That's a better clip.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So what happened when niggas get into politics, man?
That's the thing about clip tripping is that, like, I watched that entire interview, and after a while, he actually literally just stopped talking to her. Like, he literally turned his body away from her, and he was only talking to DJ Envy and Charlamagne. But I think for the majority of the interview, I think that he was giving pretty good responses to the things that she was saying. You could just tell that, and after a while, he just started saying, it's like, yeah, she's just like a far leftist. She's a far leftist. She hates cops, she hates, the government. It was really...
Is it spot on?
Yeah, it is. But it was really refreshing to see a politician just be like, yeah, fuck these leftists. Fuck them. Fuck these stupid leftists. But at the end of the interview, he tried to like, oh no, but we agree on like 90% of things. And they kind of did. It was like, crime is down, is it not? I was like, yeah. That's a good thing, isn't it? Yeah. There were some other reforms that he made that were pretty good. But you could tell that everything that was oozing from her body was, why don't you hate the cops as much as me? She would routinely say, when a cop abuses somebody, you don't go visit the family of the person who got abused. He said, crime is down. I need the police to keep working. I need the police to be in these communities. When the mother of a child gets shot due to random gun violence, I go visit that mother. Do you go visit that mother? Oh, no, I don't. Okay. When a cop gets killed unjustifiably, yeah, go visit that nigga too. What's wrong with that? No, but you should visit the families that get affected by the cops. He's like, bro, I need the cops. What are you doing? I need the cops.
Police. She doesn't understand that police have special privilege. Can you walk around with a gun?
No, sir.
No, you can't. So, if a cop makes a mistake, should they have special privileges? That's your question.
Yeah. But
How far does it go?
She's saying that their special privileges go beyond the special privileges that are outlined for them.
Outlined?
Yes. Like things like...
I've seen cops get off easier than they should have. I've seen heinous videos where cops are abusing their power. And I think that the easiest solution... I haven't really seen good pushback to this. The easiest solution is body cams. I don't know how expensive it is. I don't know how... You know...
I think almost all police have body cams.
But don't they have to turn it on?
Yeah, because it's not unlimited storage.
I guess 24/7. Like, I don't know. You have a lot of privilege. If they put a 24/7 body cam on you to be a cop, can they get mad?
No, probably not. Oh, they probably would get mad, but you have to take it. But
you get to hold a gun, man.
I think the problem with 24/7 body cams is niggas don't have unlimited storage.
Yeah, but so if they forget to turn it on, like I don't know if it's like automatic AI type shit.
No, you have to press the button to turn it on.
I don't think I've seen any instances where, you know, maybe they'll lose the body cam footage, but it's like I don't.
No, I've seen instances where cops will just turn that shit off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happens? They get.
Sometimes they do some fuck shit.
Yeah, and did they get off on it or?
Yeah.
They got off on it.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
No.
Oh.
I can't, but I've seen it. Shit starts getting heated, nigga turn the shit off.
Isn't that far and few between though?
Yeah, of course. Look, my perspective on the cops is the cops are a gang. They are.
They are.
And the reason why they're
That's
a
not
gang,
maybe brotherhood?
gang.
Yeah.
Gang. I want to use the worst term possible because some of the shit that I see them do and the privileges that they have is disgusting. It makes you sick. But you can't live without them. It is what it is.
I saw a video just the other day. I saw two different videos. I saw one, a guy punched a middle-aged woman in the face.
A cop?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he got a call from some dude that this woman was harassing her on his property or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she's arguing back to him like, I ain't doing nothing. Yada, yada, yada. You know, middle-aged white woman.
Is he telling her to get off the property?
I don't know. For what I remember, I think he was just trying to talk to her, telling her to do this, do that, move to the side. She's like, nah, not doing that. He's like, you're going to get arrested. Yeah, I don't know if he had the right to do that. I'm pretty sure she's suing.
Was he giving her lawful commands?
I don't know. I don't know, because we don't really have I don't have the guidebook on what lawful commands are.
I imagine that if he gets called for something, everybody who's involved with the crime of the scene is essentially underneath his jurisdiction while he's trying to do an investigation and figure something out. If for his own safety, he tells her to go somewhere, and she's saying no, and then he says you're arrested or you're detained, and she's still not complying with his demands, yeah, you can use force. You can punch that bitch in the face.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
100%. Okay, so how does he deal with the situation? Other than you feeling like he should just like de-escalate the situation verbally.
No. I think she was sitting down on the ground, and he's trying to arrest her. He starts punching her in the face.
You know, an arrest is a violent action. It's like kidnapping.
But
and cops have the right to kidnap you.
Okay.
So if you don't want to go, you get punched in the face until you comply.
I don't know. See, the problem is that I don't know who was in the right, really. But she's protesting like, you don't have a right to do what you're doing. He's abusing his power. And I feel like, given the circumstance, I'm more leaning towards her side, and maybe that, you know, she has a case here, so that, you know, she's resisting the arrest. I wouldn't recommend resisting arrest, and then you're just punching a middle-aged woman in the face.
You should literally never resist arrest. because the cops have the jurisdiction to be able to arrest you. You have to fight it in court and say this arrest was unconstitutional after the fact. There's no way a cop is going to say you're under arrest and you say, well, actually, you don't have a right to do it. Yes, they do. The question is whether or not they were correct in arresting you, not whether or not they have a right to do it. They're going to do it. They have a gun. What are you going to do? You can't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Then the other one I saw was a guy in swim trunks got arrested because his hands were in his pockets. You know, look it up. Look it up.
Where should I look it up?
Look it up on Twitter. Type in.
No, that shit not coming up.
Arrest swim trunks. He was talking to this bitch, man. Wait, scroll. Yeah, scroll up. Wait, scroll down, but slow. There might be people commenting on it. Nah.
It's just from 2020.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna show. But yeah, he's basically talking to her crazy, like, yo, you arresting me and shit. Like, I'm wearing swim trunks. It's clearly that I don't have a weapon. And she's just yelling at me, you should have just listened to me. And he's like, yo, who? Like, yo, where's your supervisor? Like, what's wrong with you? He's just sitting on the ground, his arms behind his back. And I think the idea of what I'm getting at with the two stories is that, you know, and also given with the, you know, what I said earlier about, you know, they can just smell marijuana. There's a little bit of leeway that's not addressable that cops have of being able to do shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand why people get angry, because it's like you want to hammer everything away, but it's difficult. It's difficult, you know, especially because, you know, you don't go over this at school. You're not actually sat down and taught all the things that you could do without the law.
And we should be.
So it's like,
as well as taxes.
You feel like you're right, and some person with just some authority over you, you know, we live in America, you think you have this freedom, so we can just come through and say, nah, you don't have it anymore. You're sitting, you got swim trunks on, you got your hands in your pocket, they can tell you, take your hands out of your pockets, you say, no.
You're gonna get arrested. What if you had a knife?
My nigga, no, I'm good.
Is that what he did?
Right, he had swim trunks on, there was no weapon.
What if you had a knife?
Huh?
What if you had a knife? What if you had a little switchblade?
That's what the cops say.
Take your hands out of your pockets. And this isn't even me like on some sort of like, hey man, you just gotta listen to the cops, you know, because no, I understand the cops' perspective. Because I was listening to Destiny talk about this the other day actually, but it's something I've thought about. It's like most of the interactions that you have as a police officer is very normal and mundane. Well, all of a sudden you feel like you're having a normal Monday situation, and you're getting blasted. You're getting blown away. You're literally sitting here like, what just happened? Little do you know, this dude, you know, he had a felony charge and he has a legal gun in the car. Maybe he's on drugs. He's tweaking, and he's like, I don't want to go back to jail. You just think it's a regular stop. I'm gonna run your place.
So I tell that story because it's like, okay, is there ever a point where it's like, the cop can sit back and be like, maybe I am tweaking. I brought up the middle-aged woman, and I bring up a nigga in swim trunks.
Listen, okay. So, this is what I'll say, right? There is what you're allowed to do, and then there's what you should do. So, with the middle-aged woman, he probably shouldn't have been punching her in the face.
But he's allowed to do it.
Yes.
Maybe, because she's suing. I'm not sure.
She probably not. She might get a little money out of it, but he's not, like, getting fired.
Twitter niggas would seem to be on her side, so...
I mean, nothing to me. A lot of Twitter niggas is dick suckers, leftists, like this stupid bitch right here. So, based on your description, it sounds like, yeah, he's allowed to punch her in the face. Should he punch her in the face? Probably not. But, nigga, go over there. I don't know why niggas be arguing. Like, the nigga has a gun. What do you think the purpose of the police is for? That's what, you know, that's one thing that really pissed me off during all that BLM shit. Niggas would be like, they're trying to arrest the dude. People are like, why don't you just let him go? Why do you have to shoot him? Why don't I just let him go? What does that mean? Why don't I just let him go?
Why don't you just get arrested?
It's not even why don't you get arrested?
That's what I'd be thinking if I was a cop.
it's more like, if I think that this guy is committing a crime, and it's my job to stop him or investigate.
The point was his crime really that serious?
Was his crime really that serious?
All right, so they get arrested.
It's not about the crime being serious. It's like, you've escalated the situation to the point where I have to shoot you.
Because the person that's getting arrested thinks you're escalating the situation where you're trying to arrest me.
I have a right to arrest you.
But do you need to? Let me off, man.
Yes, I do. It's a crime for a reason.
That's how people feel. Like, that's why, you have a traffic stop.
If they're arguing,
man, let me go.
If they're arguing that the crime is not, that it shouldn't be a crime, you got to talk to your local lawmaker.
Not about it shouldn't be a crime. I don't know. I think there's a sweet spot where it's like, cop can see some kids playing in a place where they're not supposed to be playing and be like, come on, get out of here before I arrest you. Give me that. The niggas looking around, give me that treatment for once.
It depends on what the crime is. So one example happened many years ago. There was this guy, I forgot his name. It began with an A, and he was like he was like a big kind of fat guy. I think Kanye West and Kim Kardashian actually like donated money to his family or what happened after he died. He was outside of a store selling CDs, whatever that means.
I know that. I know.
And somebody called the cops and said he has a gun.
He did have a gun.
He did, and he was a felon. Now, the cops didn't know that, so that's not an excuse to do anything to him as the cops, but he knows that. So he knows that he's not allowed to have the gun, and that if he's caught with it, he'll go to jail. So the cops come through after being told that he has a gun, and they're like, we're doing an investigation, or we're detaining you, or arresting you, or something like that, and he's not going, because he doesn't want to go to jail.
Yep.
If the cops are told that this nigga has a gun,
you can't let him go.
You can't let him go! So he's fighting. He's fighting. They tase him once. They tase him twice. It gets to a point where...
He's a big fat nigga. You're not running, bro. So it's like, you just gotta let it go.
And one of them says he's reaching for my gun or something like that. I don't know whether or not that's true. But considering they already tased him twice, maybe they got fed up and they were just, let's just shoot this fat nigga and get on with the day. I think that's more headache probably than continue to fight with the fat nigga, personally. I think I'd rather keep on fighting. I'd rather fight with the nigga for 2 hours than just shoot that nigga and have to deal with the headache of that. But... one of them says that, so the other one shoots him. And it's just like, what did you want to happen? What did you want? I understand why the fat nigga was fighting.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to jail.
I don't.
But if we get called being told you have a gun, what were we going to let you go?
The fat nigga was just trying to make it out of there and trying to make it home. But you should have realized he was fucked. You're fucked.
But in his mind, he's probably looking at it
because he didn't know what the person that called the police said.
True.
If he just think someone's acting unruly outside, because they didn't come up and say, didn't they? I'm pretty sure I watched the video. They didn't come up and say, "Oh, someone said that he had a gun."
I don't think they had a video of the entire altercation.
From what I remember, I'm pretty sure they came up and said, "Yo, someone said you're acting a little unruly out here. What's going on?"
Yeah. And if that's what he's being told, he probably thinks, I can get these niggas.
Yeah, right. I can talk my way out of this.
I can get these, but at the same time, the cops can't reveal.
Exactly. They can't reveal like, you had a gun.
That kind of puts them in more danger. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
but see, and that's the thing. That's why it's just the whole police thing is such a blurry area. It's like, can they? As soon as you know they have a gun, can they just show up with the? Yeah, we heard you got a gun. You gonna give it up or what?
I think you're gonna say I don't have it. I don't have a gun.
All right, then let's check you.
With your hand behind your back, like with your hand on your gun like that the whole time, you're gonna check.
I'm gonna be like this. My partner gonna check you. Yeah, he saw it. The fat nigga pulled it out.
But that's the problem.
Bing bang boom.
That escalates the situation because even if he has a gun, maybe he has a gun legally.
That's why I can't be a cop.
Maybe he has a gun legally.
I'm trying to go home. I don't care if you have the gun legally. Give me the gun.
Well, you don't want to escalate the situation and make somebody who's a legal gun owner feel like they're in fear of their life out of nowhere. That's insane.
I'm a cop.
If you're chilling out,
see how quickly I turn into the Brotherhood? I'm a cop. Put the gun on the floor right now. I don't care if it's legal or not. Put it on the floor. I heard things about I got called here. You shouldn't have made me get called here. Put the gun on the fucking floor. Unfortunately,
some people, they get into a type of situation where they go, it's a last stand type situation. So, like, for instance, here's another. Remember Breonna Taylor?
Yeah.
The girl that they said died in bed. She got shot while she was sleeping. That was a lie because leftists, they just like to lie. What actually happened was
She was fine through the door.
No, that's not what happened. Breonna Taylor had a boyfriend who was a drug dealer. And this drug dealer, one time, rented a car under her name. And they found a dead body in the trunk of the car that was rented in her name. She ended up breaking up with her boyfriend and getting together with another nigga. But the address that they had on file was the address, I think it was her apartment, and her boyfriend was there at the time. Like, her new boyfriend was there at the time. So they got a warrant, which was a knock and announce warrant, right? There's some warrants where you just bust in, you just go in, no announce. And there's some warrants where you have to knock, let them know who it is. They got a knock and announce warrant. So they go to the apartment, and according to the cops, they said they knocked and they announced. We're the police. They said it multiple times, and nobody answered, so they busted in. And according to the boyfriend, he said nobody ever announced who they were. They were just knocking on the door really loudly. And in his mind, he thought it was the ex-boyfriend or something like that. So he got his gun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the residents of the apartment building all said that they heard nobody announce that the police were coming in.
They didn't hear that. They didn't hear the police.
None of them heard the police say that this is the police, we're coming in. None of them. They just heard loud knocking. So, and then the boyfriend, I heard the boyfriend's 911 call. If you listen to the 911 call, it seems very, very likely that he actually had no idea what was happening. He's on the police. He's like, I don't know what happened. Some people just busted in. They shot my girlfriend in the head. I don't know what's going on. Now, the only way he can make a phone call like that moments after it just happened is if he's a pure sociopath. Like, if he knew that it was the cops and he made a phone call like that, he would have to be a pure sociopath.
Yeah.
And then it would be like, well, why would he, if he knew it was the cops, why would he even shoot at them?
Yeah.
Like, he just wanted to kill cops, and then after it didn't work out, he was just like, oh, my girlfriend! Like, scene. Like, no, there's no way. So in my mind, I think those cops lied. But I can understand why they lied. Now, that's not justified.
Because they're scared.
Yes. They don't want, if they think that this is like a drug den with a bunch of drug dealers, they don't want those niggas getting prepared.
Yeah.
Getting their guns ready. Now, again, the warrant is the warrant. And you follow the law. You don't get to just take the law into your own hands. But I only bring up that situation to look at the other situation with the fat black nigga. It's like, no, I don't want to let you know what's going on. Because that can just take it to a whole nother level it doesn't need to get to. It's tough.
So what would you
It's
do?
tough.
What would you do with that fat nigga? I'm holding my gun by my hand. Put the gun on the ground. Honestly, fuck that. I'm drawing it on the nigga. Put it on the ground right now. That's a claw.
I don't have a gun.
Like it's Walking Dead.
I don't have a gun.
All right, straight.
Naked?
Straight.
You can't do that.
Straight.
This is illegal.
Straight. Go home. I will go home. Yo, go home. Like as crazy as possible.
That's the problem, because I feel what you're saying. That's why I couldn't be a cop.
That's why I couldn't be a
But
cop.
you have to also understand that they've probably had situations like this dozens of times. And the dozens of times they've had the situation ended up fine.
Yep.
And even so, let's say 30 times they've had a situation like this, it was perfectly fine. It was like,
start thinking, oh, this is the book.
Yeah.
This is how I gotta play it every time.
Yeah. But even with that, maybe 30 times it was perfectly fine. 5 times it was a bit of a struggle. Maybe one time you had to tase a nigga, but no time did you have to tase a nigga twice. And no time did a nigga start reaching somewhere while you're still fighting him. So it's like, you don't go into the situation thinking that it's gonna go that way. You just go into it thinking, nigga's gonna comply.
Yeah, police is a difficult.
It's a very difficult job. So, when I see all these leftists, bombing on the cops, oh, we hate police. It's like, bro, you're an asshole. You're just a complete and total asshole.
I promise you, like, that's why I'm going through it now. It's like, try to put yourself in that situation. I ain't following those laws. I can't. I gotta go home. I gotta go home. Fuck those stinky laws, man. I gotta go home, man.
All right, I think that's enough of this. Any more, we will be here for like
an
hour and a half.
Forever. Going over cases.
Yeah.
Let's go watch Donut Operator.
Okay, so you sent me this. I ain't gonna. You damn near sent me everything. Not even damn. I had one thing. My algorithm's fucked. I just don't get anything anymore.
Oh yeah.
I had one thing. I might get to it, but I don't know. Camilla Cabello shares new photos. How you feel about these photos?
She looked like a Latin woman from Spain. I didn't see what that shirt. What does that shirt say?
Don't hate me. It turns me on.
Yeah.
So it's a Spanish woman.
Yeah.
So a white woman.
A white woman that's Latin.
Spanish women are white. Just like Italians, just like French, just like...
But there's something different about them.
How so?
The Spanish white woman is not the same as a white woman. Something different.
No. From Spain?
It's like an Italian and a Mexican mixed.
No, it's not.
It feels like that.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
You just don't know any Spanish women.
Looking at... all right, maybe she could be Ecuadorian.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Actual Spanish? Just white people.
Fair enough.
Hispanic Spanish, also white people. So somebody replied, this was her Tumblr, by the way. She was dead ass racist, not just N-word racist. This bitch hated black people. So let's look. Nicklet. Isn't this just N-word racist?
Yeah, I find it hard to think that she saw that and just...
What do you think she thought?
It's one of those. I feel like this is one of those Tumblrs.
Let's go through the evidence. I didn't even understand what this
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Why would the black person be crying at this
Because
closed?
the KFC is closed.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a little... Rihanna's IQ is 117. Can you beat her? Already did.
This isn't really
It's
racist.
not racist. It's insensitive.
That's racist.
But isn't this N-word racist?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do Asians speak the Ching Chong language?
She's not laughing at this stuff. I'm getting my shit off.
Ching Chong language, that's less inflammatory than the bucket of chicken.
It's showing that she has range.
Yeah, a jack of all trades kind of racist. But it's still just
But
N-word
the
racism.
post says that it's only about black people. Shit, no, she has range.
True. But I'm just the more I live.
The reason we're on this is because we have a channel called Audio Fiends where we react to music. None of this
True.
political stuff.
True,
and
true,
we
true,
recently listened to Camilla Cabello featuring Playboy Cardi.
True.
I love it. So go ahead and check that out.
We didn't love it. That song was kind of dog shit. But
We didn't love it. The song was called I Love It.
I shouldn't have spoiled it.
We love parts of it.
I'm just the more I live, the more I realize how much I hate young people and I hate leftists. Cause it's just like you're literally just showing me N-word racism, and you're trying to make it seem like it's different. Like I was expecting to see 1350 tweets. I was expecting to see, 1350 is.
Are you talking about like statistical racism?
Yes, like black people are inferior. They're violent.
Okay.
I was expecting to see some Nazi shit. Like this is just N-word racism.
Bro, you gotta understand, we're internet niggas, man.
Nigga, please. That's N-word racism. It's just N-word racism. Like, where's the hatred?
Bro, we're internet niggas, man.
Mexican and black jokes are pretty much the same. Once you heard Juwan, you heard Jamal. Like,
Once you heard Juan. Not Juwan. Once you heard Juan, you heard Jamal.
yeah, something like that. Like, I don't know.
Get that one.
Yeah,
You're not gonna look at the rest?
You wanna? We can.
Having a grand old time here.
Run, nigga, run. Good thing nigga rhymes with nigga, or this rap shit would be hard. It's James, that N-word hating dolphin. I didn't even get this.
Neither.
Yeah, like it's just very frustrating. It has 184,000 likes. It's like
Trying to expose her.
it's like so dead ass racist to you actually just means N-word racist. But you tried to make a distinction between the two as if, oh well, all that other stuff, that's just us playing around, but we really gotta cancel this bitch for this shit. But she's just doing all the shit that you always cancel everybody for. Like, these things are nasty, bro. They're just liars. They're disgusting liars.
And then you cancel Doja Cat.
Just because she's part black?
It's more about she hating herself than she hates other people.
You feel like Doja Cat hates herself?
No.
Oh, that's how they
Well, she
feel.
might.
Don't say it because she only dates white niggas.
No, because she fucking shaved her head off and going crazy.
She's trying to do some new shit.
She might actually hate herself.
Niggas can't do some new shit?
That's new shit? That's crazy shit, if you ask me.
Fucked up, man. I just saw it as her experimenting.
No, you didn't. You trolling.
I actually did. I didn't really give a fuck about her shaving her head. I mean, she wasn't as attractive to me anymore.
Making all those
but
weird faces in the fucking camera.
she's a weird girl.
You hate yourself, and then you try to be yourself so you don't hate yourself as much. Because she's a public figure, she has to show herself to the whole world. And then people don't like this new you, but that's all you have now.
Do you think that a normal bitch can make the music that she makes?
You're making the Playboy Cardi argument?
I am.
I'm pretty sure, yes. Other bitches have done it. Other bitches have done music like her and done it better.
You know how she got on?
No.
Bitch, I'm a cow.
That's true.
That's authentic. No industry plant.
Yeah, but that was cute. Whatever she's doing now is a hit.
Regardless. It comes from the same weirdness.
Oh, man, maybe she's seen things.
There's no bitch I'm a cow from Miley Cyrus.
She turned out like Ryan Garcia.
She got CTE?
Not CTE. She got fucking exposed to some shit that she didn't like.
That's what happened to Ryan Garcia. That nigga got CTE.
Alright, maybe.
That nigga got CTE.
Maybe.
Hey, shout out to Camilla.
Lebron has CTE. You don't see him acting like this.
You see him doing his own brand of stupid shit.
It's not conspiracy. He's got cracker of the day. Ryan Garcia is saying Bohemian Grove.
I don't know anything about Adrian Browners. Oh, that's the football player?
Yeah.
I hate that nigga. I wish he was more like Ryan.
No, that nigga's funny. That nigga's funny. I gotta give it to him. He's funny.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
You gotta follow him on Twitter, bro. He's funny.
There's a difference between someone who's funny and someone who's a joke.
No, he's funny on Twitter.
Nah.
He's funny on Twitter.
Anyway, shout out to Camilla Cabello. She's sexy, but you know how it go. You good with that?
She's cool.
I don't even want to watch that. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Alright, you sent me this.
Perfect.
But LeBron,
Goodness.
you gonna
I'll turn this down a little. This shit loud as a bitch.
start a podcast with JJ Redick? You're the most prominent black celebrity who's still active, and you want to pull a white man in and do a podcast. And you know LeBron podcast is going to make so much money and garner so much status. You could have got Carmelo, Dwayne Wade. You could have got any retired black basketball player. You could have went to the college hoops. You could have got somebody from one of the universities. You mean to tell me you had a chance to empower a black person because you don't need no credentials to start a podcast. You don't need no experience to start a podcast. JJ Redick? No disrespect to him, but my brother, you black. Why not use that opportunity to empower one of your own? And those are the opportunities that I think a lot of our celebrities let go to waste by trying to prove to white people that this.
But can I say this? Mm-hmm. He empowered Rich Paul. He empowered the guys who he went to all his
Those were his friends from childhood.
Right, but he did empower black men. Though.
But that's not an investment.
He got a black wife, black children.
That's personal. I'm talking about the community. In other words, that's like Dr. Umar go out here and I build a school and I build a black Wall Street and I build a bank.
But okay,
and then I go marry a white girl. Oh, but he built the school. I don't give a damn.
Well, let me say this:
360-degree blackness all day, every day. No breaks. We can't take no breaks.
Okay, but let me say this to just a caveat off that, because I do hear your point, but some men think from an analytical standpoint. So hear me out. Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
LeBron is a black man. JJ Redick is a white man. White people play basketball too. So is it possible that we can get money with these folks and then still send it home? You get what I'm saying? Because I don't see nothing wrong with doing business with white people, right? And then still going to help out your people. He still got to go home.
JJ Redick not on LeBron James's level.
I get it.
He ain't won no title. He ain't been in no finals.
Has he?
Play the video. I want to wait till it's all done before we comment.
What, has he won a title?
No.
He's been to the finals?
No.
He ain't got no record. It's not like he's meeting somebody on the same stature. Let's say if he said, I'm going to do this for Bill Gates. That's different. Because it's Bill Gates. At least you're going up. You went down.
But he's still a white man who will attract white audiences.
LeBron James don't need JJ Redick's fuck. He's LeBron James.
I know. But I don't see nothing wrong with diversifying and still getting your money and taking.
Okay, you want to diversify? Go get you a Canadian African. You want to diversify? Go get you a Caribbean African. You want to diversify? Go get you a continental African.
Right.
JJ Redick didn't earn that.
But what I'm saying is,
You going down on the food chain.
All right, hear me out though. This is why I say this. I have a company, right? And
this nigga trying to justify his bullshit.
Owned, but I don't support it as black owned.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
That's strategy. I'm cool with that.
All right, hear me
That's
out.
strategy. That's strategy. If you told me I got a white person in front of my business,
Yes.
I'm cool with that. That's strategy.
I got 3
But
white
you
boys
still
who
own
work
it.
with me. Yeah. An Indian and an African. So he's from Nigeria.
Well, African is us. That's family. But
Yeah, right. And I'm the only African American on my team beside, but he's on my
But
team.
are you the
He's
owner?
on my team, yes.
As long as you're the owner. Because what happens
LeBron
a lot-
James is the owner of that podcast. And he's
they're
employing.
doing it together. No. That's a co-venture.
Listen.
That's a co-venture.
Who gets the majority stake?
LeBron James doing JJ Redick, a podcast with JJ Redick is a welfare check to white people. That's a welfare check to white people. He ain't got no business. Now, if he said, I'm going to do it with Larry Bird is one of the greats, according to them. JJ Redick? You went all the way down the food chain?
But we are in America, are we not?
So what?
We're not.
The Chinese in America, when the last time they hired a black person to make some shrimp fried rice?
Listen, my wife is black, my kids is black, right?
Yes.
But
I've never been in trouble.
perfect.
But LeBron, you want to start?
Okay. I just want to.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Go on.
Dr. Umar Johnson is stupid.
Okay. Is that all you want to say? You want to expound on it?
I'll just say this very quickly. The reason why he's stupid is because he doesn't really have any type of principled stance that he comes from, and it feels like he's incapable of understanding different types of perspectives. So when I say he doesn't have a principled stance that he comes from, we had an entire argument about why it's not okay for LeBron to do a podcast with JJ Redick. But the person that he's talking to says, yeah, but he has a black wife. He put all of his people on. And Dr. Umar Johnson is like throwing all of that away as if it doesn't empower the black community for him to do that. But then he brings up an example. But what if Dr. Umar Johnson brings up an example. I built a school. I have black business partners. I do this. I do that. But then I marry a white woman. I need 360-degree blackness. So it's not that those things don't empower the black community. You're just saying unless you dedicate all of your life towards empowering the black community, then it's not enough for you. Okay, then you should have just said that at the beginning instead of arguing that him putting on his boys from childhood is not empowering black people.
He said that's personal.
It's not, but it doesn't matter because, okay, when he brought up his example, he brought up a personal thing. So then it shouldn't matter if a black dude marries a white woman. It shouldn't matter because that's personal. It has nothing to do with
I think he just
empowering
understood
black
the point he was making. He said, and he readjusted and said, we need 360-degree blackness.
Okay, well, my point is that he should have said that from the beginning. All of that other shit that he was saying, it was just nonsense. It was just nonsense. He was just arguing,
readjusted.
Huh?
He readjusted. He brought a good account. I was gonna say that. This is what I'm gonna say about this because I thought this shit was funny, but I thought Dr. Umar was wrong on so many fronts on this. I've never seen someone be able to just weed his way through an argument like this and just look right about everything. It was very funny how it came to be. This dude that he's sitting next to,
I don't think he's very smart.
Dr. Umar, the other guy.
The other guy.
I thought the dude was bringing up really good points, and Dr. Umar had a quick, efficient response for every single one of them.
Yeah, but he should have combated him on those stupid responses that Dr.
What were the stupid responses? I thought all the responses were pretty good.
Saying that so the black guy, the podcast host, he goes, "Oh, I'm working with an Indian dude, but it's a black-owned podcast, but I don't present it as that." Dr. Umar says that's strategy. No,
strategy?
He says that's strategy. Okay, so why is it not a strategy?
He has the answer for everything.
Why is it not a strategy for LeBron James to work with JJ Redick then? Because
he's going below.
Huh?
He's going below.
So, what do you mean?
This is where my problem comes in because the only problem with all the things that obviously with all the things he's saying is just racist. I mean, it's just obviously racist. But beyond that, he just doesn't know anything about basketball. He doesn't know anything about basketball. JJ
Certainly
Redick
doesn't know anything about basketball media.
Yes. No, basketball in general. JJ Redick is very well respected in the basketball community. And not only that, he's one of the most the most popular sports media guys there is. He has a great podcast, Old Man in the Three. And he's purported himself to talk and know about the game on his own podcast at a different level that's not all clickbait, who's the GOAT, drama type conversations. He even has tried to do that on First Take, where he starts bringing up, you don't know about this play that play, like no one ever talks about the plays that players consistently run. Why this happened during this play, and like they're always talking about mentality. They're always talking about dog and all this other nonsense it's not always important. Mm-hmm. So JJ Redick has built himself on this idea of, I want to talk about the actual analytics, the actual plays, the coaching, what's actually happening during the game, as opposed to only the player's mentality. So LeBron James recruits him. No, Carmelo Anthony can't attest to that and talk to that.
I don't know.
Bro.
Let's not say no, he can't. Let's say he has not put himself in a position to be somebody to do that.
No.
You don't know what Carmelo Anthony's basketball IQ or his understanding of basketball
I watched Carmelo Anthony for many years, bro.
You watched JJ Redick, and Carmelo Anthony had a way more illustrious, high-quality career.
Because of talent.
Huh?
Because of talent.
That might be the case, but watching somebody play basketball is not an indication to how much they know about basketball.
Listen, I've watched Chris Paul. If he said Chris Paul, I would have been with him. I've watched Chris Paul and JJ Redick talk. I've watched Jason Tatum and JJ Redick talk. Jason Tatum admitted that he talked to Chris Paul, and Chris Paul is telling him about levels of playing the game that he never even thought about. With how and Jason Tatum's better than Chris Paul. Jason Tatum's talking about, this man Chris Paul talking to me about a 3 for 2. I've heard of a 2 for 1, but I never heard of a 3 for 2. And there's players that are out here calculating a 2 for 1 is basically there's less than 24 seconds left in the shot clock, or there's close to 24 seconds left in the game clock before the quarter ends. You take a quick shot.
No, more than 24. Isn't it more?
Yeah. Close to. I said close to.
Okay, so there's like 27 seconds left in the quarter, and then there's like 24 seconds left on the shot clock.
If you get the ball, let's say there's 35 seconds. Mm-hmm. You take a quick shot, an efficient quick shot, so that the other team can get the ball.
Then they have to take a shot.
Then they have to take a shot between 24 seconds, and you get the last shot of the quarter. Mm-hmm. That's a 2 for 1. Mm-hmm. Chris Paul's talking to to Jason Tatum about a 3 for 2. So you're calculating ahead of the 2 for 1 scenario. So you can get 3 shots before the shot clock ends, as opposed to the other team's 2. Mm-hmm. And there's players that don't know that. There's players that don't think like that. There's players that just play off athleticism. There's players that just, play off talent. Not every player is analytical. And I think I'm safe in saying Carmelo Anthony is not one of them.
Look, I if somebody put a gun to my head and they said, do I think Carmelo Anthony is, more like Jason Tatum? And no disrespect to Jason Tatum, or more like Chris Paul. I'd probably say more like Jason Tatum. But I'm saying you don't know that Carmelo Anthony is more like Jason Tatum than Chris Paul.
Watch him play.
So?
I'm not saying that he's dumb. You have to know, like, even though the worst football players on the football team are closer to the quarterback than I am.
Okay. All I'm saying is, you didn't think that JJ Redick was the type of basketball mind that you think he is now, based off of the way that he played. So,
but that's because of my limited knowledge of how basketball was played back then. If I watch now, and knowing what I know about basketball now, I could tell the people that know how to play basketball, that know that the people that could be a coach. Before, it was just a feeling, that player could be a coach, given the way he played. But now, I can see and analyze it better.
And you're saying that if you were watching back then, you would have been able to see that in JJ Redick?
No, not back then. Now I could definitely see.
Yeah, if you have the mind that you have now, back when JJ Redick was playing, if you were watching him, you would have been able to see that in JJ Redick.
Yeah.
I think that's cap.
It's not cap, bro, because that's how basketball is played. There's X's and O's that people.
Yeah, really... I don't think that JJ Redick had enough of a role in any team that he was playing on for you to be able to recognize.
Literally, his role is for people that are good with analytics.
No,
the 3-point sniper role is literally
all you have to do is be able to shoot a 3.
No, you have to get open for a 3.
All you have to do is just run the play.
You're like him.
Oh, I'm like who? Dr. Umar Johnson?
Like Dr. Umar. You don't know anything about basketball.
What are you talking about?
It's not just as simple as getting open for the 3. It's not as simple as just being able to shoot the 3. You have to get open for the 3. You have to create opportunities for yourself to be open for the 3. And not only that, now that you've created that opportunity, how does that change the defense?
Niggas run plays.
Huh?
Niggas run plays.
You have a shooting guard like Dwayne Wade who is a scorer. And then you have a shooting guard that's like JJ Redick, which is just a shooter, a tool. When you become a tool in the offense, you have to be more cognizant and more analytical about what you're doing because you don't have the requisite.
No, you don't, because you have to do less.
You know you have someone in front of you. You can't just grab the ball and shoot above them. No, the point is to get open.
And there's a play that's run for you to be able to get open.
So now, instead of just being able to be a one-on-one player, you always have to run plays.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade has to run plays and be a one-on-one player.
He doesn't have to run as many plays as JJ Redick. JJ Redick always has to run plays.
You think that when they run a play for JJ Redick, Dwayne Wade is just like sipping a culotta on the sidelines? No, he's running a play as well.
There's a lot of times where people will hide people on offense. There's a reason why Steph Curry gets credit for always being able to relocate. Why doesn't everyone do it? Because not everyone sees the court and sees the field like Steph Curry does. They don't have that kind of mind. If you watch Luka, when Kyrie gets the ball, he stands there. Why haven't they created plays where Luka and Kyrie are doing something like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry? Maybe they tried it and it didn't work because they're not equipped to be able to execute it. So when Kyrie gets the ball, you see Luka just standing there at the top of the key. But that's neither here nor there. I mean,
I disagree with you, but
you don't watch basketball. I watch basketball.
I understand. I have participated in strategical game-like activities.
Yes.
Many game-like activities have strategies. Not only sports that have strategy.
I know.
And you can watch people in any strategical game-like activity.
Underestimating sports strategy.
I'm not underestimating sports strategy. You can watch people in any strategical game-like strategy game and determine which people are the strategists, which people are the minds, and which people are the technical skill. You can do that for anything, right?
All right, so why can't you do it for basketball?
I can do it for basketball. What I'm saying is JJ Redick's role on a team is not significant enough for you to be able to see that. You can see that with somebody like
he was a starting player for the Clippers.
Like, okay, so what?
What do you mean his role wasn't big enough?
Carmelo Anthony was a starting player for the New York Knicks.
Well, why are you saying that his role wasn't big enough?
Because
he's literally an integral piece. He's a 3-point shooter.
Being a piece, pawns are an integral piece on a chessboard. That doesn't mean.
But he's not a pawn. That's what I'm saying. He's like a horse.
Okay,
he's a rook.
Who's that nigga on the New York Knicks that was a 3-point sniper back in the day?
What's his name? I forget his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay, that nigga was an integral piece.
Like this.
Yeah, that nigga was an integral piece of the team. Did he have a high basketball IQ?
Yes. He's actually a coach now.
For what?
I don't know. He's an assistant coach.
Okay, so you're saying that every 3-point
a lot of 3-point shooters.
You're saying that every 3-point shooter has a high basketball IQ.
Not every, a lot.
Okay.
Because it's a very integral role that you have to play.
Okay.
Your gravity is important. That's why Steph Curry is so special, because he's the number one player and he has that gravity that a 3-point shooter has. It's a very, very important role in today's NBA.
No, I'm not saying that it's not.
You kind of were.
No, it's not what I was saying. You just don't listen to people. What I was saying is that when you play that role, you don't really have to know anything about basketball to do it.
You do.
When you're Chris Paul, you have to know. Like let's say Chris Paul.
Yeah, I'm not saying point guard.
Let's say the play breaks down and Chris Paul is dribbling, right? Chris Paul has to on the fly be able to determine whether or not the best play is for him to shoot or pass. And when he makes the pass, he has to know where all of his teammates are after the play has broken down, be able to read the defense, and then make the right play at the right time. Somebody like JJ Redick doesn't have to do that. He has to get to the right spot and wait for the ball. That doesn't mean he can't have an analytical mind. I'm saying to do that, you don't have to. I'm saying to do what Chris Paul does, you must have an analytical mind. So when I look at a three-point shooter, I don't look at that and I go, oh, you got to be a genius to be a three-point shooter. No, you don't. You have to get to the right spot and take the shot when the ball comes to you if you're open. And people run plays for you to be able to do that. That doesn't take you, unless you make the play, but I don't know if you do. I just watch what you do on the court. When I watch Chris Paul do what he does, he's a genius.
The quarterback doesn't make the play, but they have to study and understand and know all the plays and make the calls. So
that everybody on the court is an analytical genius then, because everybody on the court has to know the play.
But have you ever seen a player mess up a play? If you watch basketball, do you think you could see, oh, that player messed up that play?
Yeah, sure.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't think you could, because you don't know any of the plays. You don't know any of the plays.
I could see when somebody's running the play, and I can see when somebody can mess up. I probably wouldn't see it on the fly. Like if I went and I watched back a play, I could probably see where somebody messed up if I saw the play got messed up. But on the fly I wouldn't. But it's not like, bro, I like analytical shit. Like I play games. Like I'm not a dummy. I just don't like watching basketball.
Sure, but I'm not saying that you wouldn't be able to pick it up quick. I'm saying that you just don't know it to begin with.
Okay. So you have like a rule. You have a big book of all the Los Angeles Clippers plays. Like what are you talking about?
Okay. Do you know what horns is?
No, I don't know.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
So what does that mean? So what does that mean?
I'm saying you don't know the plays.
So what? So what?
If you're watching the game, you wouldn't be able to know what you don't know what they're supposed to do. So you wouldn't know if someone messed up.
I can see what they're doing.
You don't know what they're supposed to do.
Yes, I can.
LeBron can literally coming down the court. Someone will make a call. He might know, not because they mask the calls. They'll say 032, and they'll mask the call, and really 032 means do a horn set, let's say. They'll mask the calls. So he'll see a player run up and do something and be like, oh, you in the back. Your man's going to try and get the ball. Stay on there. LeBron can call out and see the plays in real time and cause people to mess up and do things like that. Like, there's many videos of instances of him doing things like that. And I'm just saying that, like, not everyone can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
A nigga like JJ Redick, he's shown that he can because he studies and learns the plays.
And you knew that from when he was playing.
No, I know that now.
Okay, yeah, I agree. But you don't know if Carmelo Anthony couldn't do that.
No. But beyond that, there are roles. See, today, to be a center in the NBA, you can't just be running dunk man anymore. Because you're one of the most important pieces. You're the pick and roll man. So now even your centers have to be smart. So yeah, slowly they've upgraded. There's a transition period in the NBA where everyone has to be smart. And that has to do with the three-point shooting. Everyone has to be fucking smart. But before that, it was really just your point guard and your point guard, your best defensive player, and your shooting guard. And more often than not, your best defensive player was the 3-and-D guy, if not your center.
Okay.
So, if you didn't have the defense, which JJ Redick didn't, and he was just mainly the 3 guy, he was always on a team that was more centered around offense. He was a very, very important piece to making sure that Blake Griffin didn't get double teamed. Chris Paul didn't get double teamed. DeAndre Jordan's open for alley-oops. Like, he has to know how to to maneuver the defense so that he can get his own shot, but everyone else can too.
What I'm saying is, in order to do that, he does not have to know how to do that. The coach could know how to do that, and it would work out the same way. The coach has to
disseminate the task for you, and that's why I brought up the whole thing about messing up plays. There's some people that, even if the coach knows how to do it, if you don't understand what the coach is telling you, you can't do it.
And you're saying this as if this was like a multi-championship team. They didn't have that much success. So you highlighting how important his role is, sure, that might be the case, but it's not like he played his role so perfectly that they won like 5 championships. I'm not saying that to discredit JJ Redick. I'm only saying that to say what you're talking about. Yeah, JJ Redick could have been the architect of it, or he could have understood it, but maybe he actually just didn't understand it that well. Now, we know that he did, obviously, in hindsight, but at the time, just because the nigga shoots threes doesn't mean that he's a basketball prodigy.
You're arguing that there's people that styles of play You can't look at the way someone plays and tell that they're smart. Yes,
You can, but not for what JJ Redick was
Yes,
doing.
you could.
No, you
There's
can do it
many
for Chris
people
Paul.
like him.
You can do it for Chris Paul. You can't do it for JJ Redick.
There's many people like him that yes, you can. That was a very.
Because the nigga shoots threes, all of a sudden he's a genius.
You brought up that nigga.
It sounds like you're trying to give cover for, right? When people say, "Oh, this guy is so smart," and it's like a white guy, and the black people look at it and go, "You're just saying that because he's white." But you just think that the black people are athletic and they're not smart, and now you're trying to give cover for the white people's argument who say the white guy is smart. Now I'm not saying that when they say the white guy is smart that is racist, but you're trying to like give a justification, but there's no justification here. The nigga shot threes. That doesn't mean all of a sudden that he's a great basketball mind.
You even brought up a nigga from New York, and what happened? He became a coach. He was in the same role as JJ Redick. Jason Terry became a fucking coach.
So that nigga from New York, when you were watching, you will watch him now and be like, yeah, no, I see it. I see the genius behind his eyes.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't understand why.
I see the genius behind a nigga like Chris Paul. I see that.
You're a basketball casual.
I see the genius behind a nigga like LeBron James.
Because you're a casual.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I hear you.
You don't hear me.
No, I do.
No, you don't hear me. I'm telling you, basketball casual.
You're just making honestly, you're probably a basketball casual too, and this information has been disseminated to you, and you believe it, but you can't really explain
What
it.
information has been disseminated to me?
The idea that niggas that shoot threes are smart.
It's not about
you can't really explain it.
It's not just about shooting. I'm not saying. I literally have been explaining to you how they do it. It's not as simple as just shooting threes.
Everything that you explain can be perfectly explained by the coach told him to do it.
But these are very intricate systems that need someone that can actually understand it.
And you say this about a nigga who never won a championship. So his level of understanding could be called into question.
This is where JJ Redick will get in your ass. Just because you didn't win a championship doesn't mean you weren't a great player or you weren't a smart player like we're talking about.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that.
So why are you saying that?
But the fact that either, right, somebody on the team didn't have that great of talent, or somebody didn't understand their role that well, or the coach
they just
wasn't
lost.
that good.
It was a better team.
Huh?
Well, they just lost. It was a better team.
Yeah, but why would the team be better? Because niggas either don't understand their role, like they don't know how to do the play.
Probably blame Chris Paul.
Shut your mouth. Let me finish. Either the team doesn't understand their role, or the team doesn't have as much talent, or the coach isn't good. Those are the reasons why a team is worse than another team. Right?
There's more reasons than that. I mean,
getting injured is a part of talent. It's a part of luck.
Okay.
So the team for some reason wasn't as good as other teams. It could easily just be that he didn't understand his role. Maybe the coach was perfect, all the talent was there, but that nigga JJ Redick did not understand his role, and that's why they couldn't win a championship.
What you said was nonsensical, but we need to move on because
it wasn't nonsensical at all.
It was.
It wasn't nonsensical.
But we need to talk about Dr. Umar.
You have a problem understanding things.
I don't have a problem. It was nonsensical.
You don't you don't have the IQ necessary to be a JJ Redick. You couldn't do a podcast with LeBron. You don't have the IQ necessary. That's tough. Anywho, this nigga Dr. Umar Johnson. One thing that I saw that I was like, this is just not. It's not a smart thing to say. Is he's saying that LeBron is stepping down to make a podcast with JJ Redick, but he's stepping down in terms of maybe basketball skill, talent, money, accolades. But what if LeBron's not stepping down in terms of basketball IQ? And what if that's what he wants to focus on for the podcast? Like you said, if I had to assume, I would assume that Carmelo Anthony's basketball IQ isn't as great as JJ Redick's. In fact, I don't even know if that's the case. There's so many different factors. The fact that JJ Redick is in media, that's already a big thing. Like, he wants him to do a podcast with Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony is not in media.
He's got a podcast with Mero.
It's a New York nigga podcast, man. That's not the same thing as being on big time Disney, nationally syndicated, cable TV, ESPN, media, basketball
more
media.
Simple than that. JJ Redick has a podcast where he already talks about those types of ideas. He already, engages with that. That's why with the trailer for the podcast, they made it explicitly clear that this is going to be even more than that. I've never watched a Disney syndicated media ESPN show and they talk about a 3 for 2.
True.
Ever. They don't talk about no horns. It's the player's mentality and Zion's eating too many beignets. I really don't give a fuck about how many beignets he's eating.
That shit is kind of interesting.
Sometimes. It used to be when it was Skip and Steven or Skip and Shannon, but we don't have any of that anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Skip ruined a lot of good things, man.
Was it Skip? I guess so.
One man's ego.
Yeah. I guess it was.
Got that nigga
fault.
Shannon fired, man.
Yeah. I guess it was his fault. But I didn't think he was wrong about the DeMar Hamlin thing.
Oh no, he wasn't wrong about that at all.
I didn't think he was wrong about that.
He was just dick sucking.
It was crazy.
Look. You wanna close this out? Like you wanna wrap it up?
Yeah, I mean, you were evidence of why someone could have an opinion that Dr. Umar has. They just don't know anything about basketball.
Well, I don't have the opinion that Dr. Umar Johnson has. So
Yeah, you just don't know.
no. So clearly we're on a different level of understanding of basketball. So I'm closer to him. I'm closer to you than him. Whatever that means. But your IQ is probably not even that high. So we're both probably close to him, relatively speaking, compared to LeBron. But
all right.
anyway, to wrap it all up, Dr. Umar Johnson. Fuck Dr. Umar Johnson.
Fucker?
For real.
He's at least funny.
Not really.
360 degree blackness is a fire quote.
No, it's not.
I'm taking that with me.
Go ahead. Fuck Dr. Umar Johnson. That nigga's a racist idiot. Every time I see him say anything, it's always some stupid shit. Nigga can't even keep his own point straight. And he have the same level of basketball IQ. It's all good. So, you know what the problem with you is? You know why you're sick?
Is now you won't let it go.
You just think that your IQ is so high in general. Because in a game that you don't even play, Apex Legends.
He's bringing up personal shit.
Even in Apex Legends.
He's bringing up personal shit. You think
that you have the right to talk to me about what we should do and how we should play. It's like, bro, nigga, are you crazy? Are you crazy? But I'll explain my shit in Apex Legends to the T. I'll explain it. I'll give minutes on exactly what happened, what we should have done, how it should have worked. But I asked you about the basketball thing, and it's so nasty. You tried to appeal to authority me, or you tried to engage in some sort of fallacious argument where you go, well, if you don't know what horns is, then you can have a conversation about it. What a loser! Let me tell you this. Let me fallacious argument number 101. Loser.
Let me ask you something. If I want to argue with you about Apex, right? And this is before we started playing, right? But maybe I watched it on Twitch. And you want to gauge my understanding of Apex. And I said, and you asked me, is this a fair question for you to ask me? Do you even know what Bangalore's Ultimate is? If I don't know what Bangalore's Ultimate is,
it would not. It depends on what the conversation is.
If we're playing Smash Bros,
it depends on what the conversation is.
All right, fine. I'll bring it to a game I know even better. If we're playing Smash Bros, and you don't know what a RAR is, then please don't try to educate me on Smash Bros.
I'm not trying to educate you, really. I'm saying that your claim is dubious. That I'm saying that your claim doesn't follow the basic tenets of logic. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even talking about basketball IQ in general. I'm saying your claim does not follow the basic tenets of logic.
What is that?
That because a nigga shoots threes, that all of a sudden he's good.
You're minimizing it. You're minimizing it. That's not what I said. The role that JJ Redick has as the designated 3-point shooter is more than just because a nigga shoots threes. Do you understand that? Do you accept that?
That the role that somebody has as the designated 3-point shooter is more than because a nigga shoots threes?
Yes.
No, those are the same thing.
So you're
just using fancier language to make it seem like it's more important. Those are the same thing.
No.
A designated 3-point shooter is the same thing as a nigga who shoots threes.
No, okay, fine. But but when you say it like that, you're saying it like that to purposely minimize it. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to,
Yeah, but so instead of playing this word game with me, I want you to explain to me why a nigga who shoots threes has to have a high IQ.
And I did.
Okay, and
but
what
you
I'm
didn't
saying,
understand it.
No, I understood it, and I'm saying, why is it not the case that everything that you're saying isn't a result of just the coach drawing up a good play for them? Because my counterexample is when a play breaks down, and a nigga like Chris Paul has to find a shot. It's different from a nigga who shoots threes, who just jacks some shit up. He actually has to find some shit, and when you see him do it, I go, okay. Oh, that nigga has an understanding of how to play the defense and how to read the floor.
But this is a bad argument. The coach draws up the plays for the quarterback. The quarterback still has to understand them, no?
Quarterback still has to understand them.
They have to put all of it into the Rolodex, right?
Yes. But I think different positions on the field have to have a different level of understanding.
Yes.
I think a quarterback and a linebacker, so one on offense, one on defense, has to have a way better understanding.
You do know that the point guard also gets disseminated plays, right?
Yes.
So your argument hasn't really changed.
But I think, similar to a quarterback, a point guard has to have a different level of understanding than everybody else because he's in control of the ball.
Yes, but no one said that.
He has to make decisions on the fly.
But no one says that point guards don't have to be smart. But I'm breaking it. But see, this is why I didn't say two guards have to be smart. I didn't say that. I'm saying that the designated three-point shooter has to be smart.
And I'm asking you why.
Because they're a very integral piece in the offense. They are being used all the time.
What kind of decisions on the fly does the three...
Is that the only time you have to be smart? The decisions on the fly?
I'm saying that is how you could gauge without speaking to the person.
Here's another way
whether or not they are.
Here's another way you can gauge how smart a player is. When your movements are the most important movements on a game-ending play or end of quarter play or an out-of-bounds play, you have to be smart so that those plays, your ROI on those plays is high. They want to have someone that they can trust that's going to execute the play in the best manner and make the proper decisions given what the defense gives them happens. And that's why the designated two-point shooter has to be smart because you have the gravity.
Okay.
You have the gravity, so you're always being used as you're either a distributor, the decoy, or the shot taker.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and in those three little things, so many things can branch out and plays can be designed and made.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be an integral piece in all those things. Mm-hmm. And this is why you have to have a smart player to be able to open up the options for everybody else. Mm-hmm. Because the only thing you could do is shoot threes. But three-point shots are so important in the NBA that the player that can do that needs to be able to be multifaceted in their role, in their planning, in their decision-making. Mm-hmm. And that's why when someone can do that job well, you could tell that they could be a coach.
Okay. So, finally, we get an explanation. We get a true explanation. We weren't getting any before.
I've said it before.
You absolutely were not giving any...
I said half of those things before already.
Yeah, but you didn't put it all together. So, the explanation that you're giving is, because the three-point shot is so important as well as dangerous, a three-point shooter attracts so much attention while they're on offense that it puts him kind of in a pseudo quarterback, pseudo point guard position where anytime he gets the ball, because there's so much attention being placed on him, he has the ability, it opens up the options such that he can make a number of different types of decisions, passing it or shooting it. But he can pass it to a bunch of different options because there's so much attention that's being focused on him. As the defense is watching him as he's making plays. So there's an element of him having to actually make a decision or make a crucial decision whenever he gets the ball or something like that. Okay, that's fair. My only rebuttal to that is I watched that nigga on the New York Knicks, man. Wasn't no crazy passes. Wasn't nothing like that.
Coach. You just didn't remember.
Coach for what? Coach for what?
He's a coach.
That nigga is a coach for CYO.
No, he's a coach of the NBA. He's a coach of the NBA.
That nigga is a CYO coach, bro. That
coach of the NBA.
That shit don't mean nothing to me, bro. That nigga did a little studying. All of a sudden, we're gonna start jacking it, bro. I didn't see him do nothing like that. You're saying I don't remember? I remember, bro. That nigga wasn't doing. He was just shooting threes. He shot them well. That's all that nigga did.
He was a little different because he was a 4 and he wasn't good on defense, but his IQ showed with how open he got, even with his limited physicality.
That was Mike D'Antoni. You want to bring up like a maybe Klay Thompson.
I think he's mostly talent.
All that nigga can do is shoot.
Well, he's 3-and-D. At least he used to be. But seeing his defense break down shows that he was just mostly talent.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look,
It's really tough to see.
it was an okay basketball conversation. We can move on now. Here comes your man. Oh, I made highlights for this. This shit pissed me off, man. This shit pissed me off.
It's just free, free talk about it.
But after I thought about it a little bit, I calmed down a little.
After I saw more, I calmed down a little too.
I didn't want the conspiracy to ravage my brain. It did a little bit because Catholicism is near and dear to my heart. And this nigga claims to be a Catholic. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, Joe Biden, supposedly Catholic president, second Catholic president ever after JFK, hit that nigga in the head. He proclaimed on March 29th that March 31st would be a transgender day of visibility. Now, I'm assuming that's in perpetuity. That's, going forward from now on. March 31st is Trans Day of Visibility. Now, if you don't know, March 31st this year was Easter. You know what's kind of weird? Everybody celebrates Easter on the same day. But Easter is determined by the Roman Catholic calendar, liturgical calendar. But people who aren't Catholic celebrate Easter on the same day as us.
I don't really care like that.
Like, do they do anything for Lent? Do they be fasting and shit? Because these are like Catholic seasons, holidays, all that kind of shit. They be doing, they be fasting and shit?
I don't know.
Holy Week? They just follow okay, well, whenever the Catholics say it is, when we say it is, that's how.
I don't see them fasting. I don't see them not eating meat, but.
Kind of weird when I thought about it. Anywho, so he made March 31st, Trans Day of Visibility, and this year Easter was on March 31st. Now, Easter does change every year because the liturgical calendar does not match up perfectly with the, regular calendar. So next year, I don't know, maybe it'll be April 4th.
Wait, I thought it was supposed to be always on Sunday, though.
It's always on Sunday, but it's not. Every Sunday is not the same.
Okay, yeah.
So, next year it might not be on March 31st, but my whole thing
about 80 years
before it's
accurate.
Before it's March 31st again?
Yeah, I thought it's just always 7 years. The day just moves by one.
Yeah, what about leap years?
That also is accounted for.
No. Because there's 365 days in a year.
I remember back in the day, I'd check my birthday to see when it would be on a weekend. It would always take, my next birthday, if I had a birthday on a Friday, the next year would be on Saturday. That's what I came across.
I don't think it works that way.
That's what I came across. That's what I remember.
Anywho, look, my problem with it is, and maybe this is why I shouldn't be president. I feel like as a Catholic, if I was president, we're not putting it on March. We're not putting it
anywhere near Easter.
We're not putting it anywhere near.
Matter of fact, don't they have a month now? Put it in that month.
Oh, June?
Yeah.
Find a day for June?
Yeah.
Bro, we're not putting it anywhere near Easter. We're not doing that. Why would you put it as a Catholic? Bro, literally, because Christmas has good PR.
This is why the conspiracy brain needs to stay.
Niggas like Santa.
This is why the conspiracy brain needs to stay.
We'll get there. But the most important day of the year for all Christians, it's in the name, Christians, is the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Literally, there would be no religion if it weren't for that. We'd all be Muslims. We would just all, no, he's a cool guy. It's the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Easter is the reason why the entire religion exists. And as a Catholic, you put Tranny Day on the same day as Easter? It should never happen ever in the history of the world that Tranny Day should be on the same day as Easter. But the fact that Easter changes every year, that brings down some of my anger. But a question that I need answered is, why does it have to be March 31st? Why can't it be I don't understand. Why is that the day?
Did you find the answer?
I didn't look it up.
History?
History. Trans Day of Visibility was founded in 2009 by U.S.-based transgender activist Rachel Crandall, a licensed psychotherapist and the executive director of Transgender Michigan, both in reaction to the lack of LGBTQ days, recognition for the successes achieved by trans people, of which there are none, as well as the frustration that only well-known transgender centered day of recognition was a Transgender Day of Remembrance. TDOV is a much-needed day of empowerment, celebrating the lives and achievements of our transgender and gender-expansive loved ones. Celebrating the accomplishments. Why is it the 31st? Because if there's no good reason for it to be on the 30th, if there's a good
then I
reason,
believe the worst one. They did it on purpose.
All right, let's see if we got anything for Nick for Wikipedia.
But, you know, I wouldn't have to believe that if I didn't already know that, you know, LGBT people like sticking it to the religious crowd.
Do you think that was the thought behind making it March 31st?
It's the only conclusion I can come to. Stick it to them. Yeah, take that. Yeah, you thought you was going to celebrate Easter? Fuck that. Gavin Newsom's going to come out and say words for them. Not for you, for us. Matter of fact, we'll say Happy Ramadan. Never gonna. Did Joe Biden even tweet out Happy Easter?
To be fair, on the White House thing, there was a little Easter bunny.
People were
looking
looking at Google, like Google had some shit for LGBT month. I don't know if they had anything for Ramadan, but they didn't have anything for Easter on Sunday apparently.
Shit get me hot, man. This shit get me hot. Especially because the nigga is Catholic. Or at least that's what he claims to be. But you know, the writing was on the wall. Like, how are you Catholic and you support killing kids? Like,
oh, believes in abortion?
but you know, but there's so many Catholics that support killing kids. I just look at it and go,
It's usually a woman.
yeah. So you're saying he's trans? That's why he put, oh.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's why he put transgender David.
I'm saying that he wants to be president.
Yeah, I guess that's a part of it too. You know, I heard a very great man once say, do you really think that Joe Biden thinks that a boy can become a girl? I think he's like 70 years old. I was like,
Who said that?
It's Mr. Girl.
Okay.
He was like 70 years old. You really think that he thinks that a boy can become a girl? And I was like, man, niggas they just say whatever. They just get along to go along gang, man.
Yeah.
You know, just say whatever so that they can just keep on going. Keep on rising higher, get more power. And it's just like, bro, we gotta strip all that bullshit away. No, you're not a Catholic. I don't know what the fuck you are, nigga, but you're not a Catholic. Strip all that bullshit away.
Soul to soul.
You believe in killing kids.
That's what we call going through the door, but you don't believe in going through the door. You don't believe it's real. They go through the door.
You say that for niggas putting on a dress. Maybe that shit was just funny.
That's a newfound opinion. That's a newfound opinion.
That's a newfound opinion?
Yeah.
What? That going through the door is real?
No, that putting on a dress is funny.
For me?
Yeah.
No. I said maybe they find it funny. Maybe I didn't, but that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. I said maybe they find it funny.
That's because that's what Marlon Wayne said. We just had different comedy. Oh, yeah?
Well, okay. But let's just think about the subversion of the expectation. Huh? Big, strong man in a dress. Comedy.
I saw
comedy style.
This clip going around, bro. I don't want to believe it. I shield my eyes. I scroll fast. Diddy and Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro dressed in a dress.
Together?
Nah, Diddy wasn't, but Robert De Niro was.
And Diddy was there?
Yeah.
What was on? I don't know.
I think.
Why is that crazy?
That was my guy, Robert De Niro. And we're about to rob De Niro.
You know the racists hate Rob De Niro.
The racists hate him? Why?
Saw a picture. Clint Eastwood showed a picture of his son. Had the cowboy hat, scars, like, spitting image of Clint Eastwood. Robert De Niro, his son. light skinned black nigga with an afro.
Really?
Now you don't hate it, cause you're black. You know, what's wrong with him marrying a black bitch? But the racists do. Now you hate that nigga in the dress. See, the racists, that was my nigga. Now you hate that nigga in the dress. Maybe niggas that like wearing dresses, they go, oh, that's my nigga still.
Huh?
Yeah, you know, he'll shoot you in the face in the movies. And on SNL, wear a dress. Real nigga. You look at him, you go, yeah, he'll shoot you in the face in the movies. And he'll marry a black bitch. Real nigga. But the racists stopped at the black bitch.
No, I don't care if he marries a black bitch or not.
Yeah, I know you don't. And some niggas don't care if he wears a dress.
What? So what point are you making?
I'm saying, you're being unfair to him. He's just having fun.
Look at the picture. Look up the video. It's on Twitter.
I'm not going to Twitter.
Go to Twitter so you get the full thing. Diddy Robert De Niro. Type it in. No space in De Niro. I can't co-sign that. What? I guess you gotta scroll down.
Oh, you wanted more?
Well, okay, well, that's good enough. You saw the picture. They had a video of them, like, you know, what the skit was, but you saw the picture. That's not the guy from Goodfellas, man.
Bruce Willis.
Huh?
Bruce Willis. Die Hard.
They went through the door.
All right, this Sylvester's. It looks like he is pretending to be a woman in a movie. He's about to blow a nigga down.
Look, that's just a wig. I don't see the dress. Door. That's why Mark Wahlberg is always staying prayed up on Sundays now. Door. Whoa. That was my guy too. Door. This is a revolving door.
If this many niggas do it, at a certain point, is it like, maybe it's just not that deep.
So you do it?
You look at a nigga, you think that he was on Epstein's Island. You go, oh, that nigga drinks water. Anybody who drinks water, they go to the door. Everybody on Earth went to the door. Though
That doesn't make any sense.
If everybody's doing it, it can't be that weird.
So you would do it?
I'm not saying I would do it. If everybody's doing it, it can't be that weird.
So you would do it?
No, just because something's not weird doesn't mean I have to do it.
But if you were in the industry, you would do it because it's not that weird.
No, maybe I wouldn't want to just because
Why
it's not
would you
weird.
want to? It's not weird.
I find it to be strange.
So do I. So why are you quizzing me?
Huh? Because you're saying that this is some sort of rite of passage. A rite of passage has some sort of exclusivity.
Going through the door.
Yeah, that's a rite of passage.
Put the thing on.
Yeah, that's a rite of passage. That has some sort of exclusivity, but everybody's doing it.
Why don't you just accept it? If Terry Crews can get his dick grabbed, you're telling me I should believe that? Oh no, they thought it was funny. They didn't get their dick grabbed. They just thought it was funny.
Don't you know that white people have
those niggas are more attractive than Terry Crews, according to magazines made by women?
That according to magazines, it saved your life.
I already had it planned.
That according to magazines came half a second too late. And we were half a step late on that.
I was a little stutter.
Okay.
Because I knew what I said was crazy. Pause was supposed to come.
Okay.
So only he got his dick grabbed? They all did.
But they don't have the Mandingo factor.
What? There's no pause to that?
Small Jewish executive, Mandingo factor.
If you're the Mandingo, if you want a Mandingo, you don't grab dick, you want yours grabbed.
No, that's not true.
I don't know. Move on.
Anywho, at the end of the day, fuck Joe Biden. You know, this shit, because I always be on the fence.
Did you see the lady that disseminated? Oh, the nigga that disseminated it.
No.
Look like the penguin. Type in the penguin on Twitter, bro.
I'm not typing in the penguin. I'm not going to get anything.
You will get it. You'll get it. Type in the penguin. There she is. Or he. Whoa. What's going on? Where did these people come from? Where did these people come from? Is it getting you high again?
No, it's actually just funny. What's wrong with this person?
Oh no.
What's wrong with this person?
Gotta grow up.
What's going on?
Gotta grow up.
I can't. There's no part of me that can understand.
It's Crocker.
Like how mentally ill do you have to be? Like, I'm not sitting here saying I'm the best looking person of all time. But let's say I did feel like I was a woman. Why I just throw on a wig, shave, and then just walk outside? Like what? Like you gotta play a little bit. Play the role a little bit.
I'm still stuck on the fact that
Like, if you're gonna look like it, you gotta call it quits, bro.
I'm still stuck on the fact that, and this was never addressed. How can you feel like a woman? How is it possible?
There's no answer. There's no answer.
Shit ain't gonna get banned, man.
There's no answer. We discovered a long time ago that there's no answer. It's all just delusion the whole way down. It's delusion and obfuscation. They say, well, you can't tell me what a woman is, so because you can't tell me what a woman is, I'm gonna make a definition, and it's a consistent definition. A woman is anybody who feels like they're a woman, even though there's no other classification of describing anything like that exists on the planet. You're not a doctor because you say you are. You're not an airplane because you say you are. You're not a black person because you say you are. But for some reason, when it comes to being a woman, you're a woman if you say you are. Because they say that I can't be consistent. I can be as consistent as I want. I can exclude whoever the fuck I want from my definition of woman. Here's my definition of woman. You weren't born with a cock. Sorry, you don't have a cock. Okay, well, what if I cut it off? Sorry, you weren't born with one. Okay, what if you're intersex? I don't give a fuck. If you're intersex, you're not a woman. How about that? We'll just throw you into the man. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I can make any since we want to just make any definitions that we want. Your definition is, if you think it, retarded. My definition is, yeah, some bitches are getting excluded. Castor Semenya, well, you were born with XXY. Here's my definition. If you have a Y anywhere in your chromosomes, you're not a woman. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't give a fuck if you were born with a pussy. I don't give a fuck if you have tits growing off of your fucking chest. Natural occurring tits. If you have a Y anywhere, you're not a woman. Sorry, Castor Semenya. I can make any definition I want. The same way you did. The same way you did. The only difference is my definition isn't fucking batshit insane. It doesn't include fucking Danny DeVito in it. I can't take it. I'm sorry. It was inevitable we were talking about this.
That boy cooking.
It was inevitable.
That boy cooking.
Fuck Joe Biden. Like I was saying, I used to be trapped because I was like, well, I don't want to support kid killers, but that nigga Trump is leading a dangerous cult that wants to destroy the country. But man, this shit pissed me the fuck off. I think this is an emotional thing. As I don't even really think it's logical. It's just like, fuck Joe Biden. Because again, Easter is not every year on March 31st. But if you did it even once, fuck you, nigga. Straight up, fuck you. Suck my dick. Eat cock, die. Put that shit in June, nigga. Fuck this nigga. Anyway, we can move on. Oh, this is kind of funny.
Okay. This is a queer fat club.
I'm queer and fat.
Okay, thank you for joining. We're just
this ties right in what you're saying.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Joe?
Yeah, my name's Joe. I go by he, they, and I identify as 275 pounds.
Okay.
He didn't go about
He could have really sold it.
Instead of saying I identify as 275 pounds, he could have just said I think that I'm fat.
Yeah.
He could have just said I think that I'm fat.
But he's trying to troll instead of actually trying to see what's going on in their fucking head.
Yeah.
Which is nothing.
I feel like Jay's kind of making fun of me though. I know it's kind of a shock. I know, kind of a new thing.
I'm just, drunk.
Do what?
I said I apologize.
Oh no, you're good.
Are you comfortable leaving
fuck
the
with her
group
low
at the
key.
moment?
Yeah, she seems like she has her sense.
Like she's lame enough to be in the group, but
Not lame enough to laugh at this thing.
yeah, not lame enough to see how it's a little silly.
Why you're joining the group?
This is the queer and fat group now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
I came here for.
Okay. And you said you identify as fat?
Yeah.
Okay. This is just for fat-bodied people.
Yeah, I understand. I identify as a fat-bodied person.
I'm not understanding where you're coming from.
Are you guys comfortable with me here? I mean, I'm pretty chill on my end.
I'm not comfortable, no.
Can we take like a vote?
Take a vote is kind of funny. Shout out to this nigga, man. Trolling. I like niggas that troll. Invade Zoom spaces. That's why you hated on your man, Too Mad. You shouldn't have hated on him.
Oh, fuck that nigga.
That shit was kind of funny, bro. with the hat, bro. Why are you spitting on that nigga, bro? That's fucked up. You know his family is grieving.
I don't like cancers to society.
That's what he was? Yeah, you know, weeks after the event happened, you know, the people that were accusing him of, like, trying to kill them, they gave some receipts. That nigga was crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that nigga was crazy. He was like, yeah, I'm trying to kill this nigga. Videos of him talking about it on streams. And no, I'm trying to, yeah, no, for sure. Showing up at places where niggas is at. That nigga was crazy, bro.
Showing up?
That nigga was crazy. That nigga was
With
crazy.
what?
That nigga had guns. I didn't dive into the evidence, but, like, everybody who was like, hey, man, you shouldn't make these claims so soon, they were like, yeah, that nigga was crazy. He probably would have done something eventually. I think it was crazy, man.
Shit.
Shout out to that nigga, though.
Okay. Skip it.
It's your man.
We already talked about it, but
I talked about it with you.
I know. What do they want to see? All right, let's try it.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say, you need to stop drinking Coke Zero on the street.
Why?
Boycott.
Wait, is it?
You're preaching pro-Palestine and you're drinking with the boycott, so please, Hasan, at least pretend, do it off stream, please.
Okay, I'll put it in a glass. Is Pepsi okay?
No.
No soda. I didn't know it was like that.
That might be maybe the third time I've seen that now. And watching it again, just to see, like, I saw a star dying in her. As she thought that, oh, he's with me. He's as crazy as me. He cares about this as much as me. To see him just not even fidget at the thought that he was drinking Coke when he supports Palestine, I could see, like, what, like, her whole existence had been a lie.
She really thought that she was giving him, if like he would react like, oh,
like a lifeline.
Yeah, oh, you're so right. How could I forget? Or I didn't know.
She thought she was gonna get a hug.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But that nigga said,
should I pour it in the glass?
no soda, Hasan. Yeah. Look, she is, you know what the problem is? I've seen conflicting information. I've seen Starbucks is supporting genocide. And I've also seen people say, no, they're not. Like, what are you people talking about? This is social media. Niggas just make shit up. I don't know. But, you know, you don't like me saying this, so I'm not going to say it. But you're not on either side. You know, I feel however it is that I feel, so I don't really care. I'll drink some Coke. I'll drink some Coke. But she's like, this is going to save lives. We need to save lives. We need to punish these companies that are doing this shit. And she really believes in it. This nigga Hasan, you do not give a fuck.
Imagine me. I'm not on either side. I don't give a fuck. Imagine me going to Chipotle, seeing that they got Coke in the dispenser, and saying, I can't eat here no more. Any protester outside tell me I can't eat Chipotle, what are you talking about?
You like Chipotle
Are you going to feed me?
You like Chipotle that much?
Yeah, I think I do. Imagine, because you've seen those protests where, like, people be on the roads blocking cars. Imagine a nigga, I try to step into the Chipotle, a nigga stepping my way. Get my way, bro.
Hungry.
You lost your mind? Yo, get me hot. Tell me I can't eat my food. Weekend.
I think this clip went really viral. A lot of people were talking about it, and when I first watched it, I really didn't understand why people were talking about it so much, and I still don't. Not because, you know, look, I feel bad for the girl in the clip, but I feel like a lot of people are sharing it because they're like, I mean, look, you reap what you sow. And I'm looking at Hasan, I'm like, what did he reap here?
These are the fans he created.
So?
He looked a bit uncomfortable with the whole interaction.
Niggas have uncomfortable interactions with fans.
Not of these type.
Not this type of interaction, or
trying to hold you up to some kind of standard. Not everyone has that kind of platform. Speed and Kai don't have to worry about someone holding them up to a standard.
I agree, but I think maybe you're looking at it from the wrong frame. I think you're looking at it from somebody trying to hold them up to a standard. I look at it from a socially unaware person has approached you in public. So the way hers manifests, yes, it's about him being consistent in his principles and trying to hold them to a standard. But I think the uncomfortability could be experienced by anybody in any type of situation.
But you're trying.
You just have to have the right kind of socially unaware person.
You're trying to wash away the context that a lot of people believe that it's about that. You're trying to wash it away as just a regular uncomfortable situation. No, he's uncomfortable because of that.
He's uncomfortable because
they're trying to hold him to standard in front of his audience.
I don't think so.
So I think that's what it is.
Because I feel like, okay, so here's an example with Kai, right? I think this uncomfortability stems from her being so emotionally and personally invested in Hasan, and him not being able to dismiss that without looking like a piece of shit or an asshole. I think a similar thing would be if Kai, because if you look at the comments, they will probably be like, get out of here, you're being weird, mind your business, Hasan's trying to have a good time, da da da. With Kai Cenat, if somebody came through and was like, yo, we should hang out, bro. A nigga who's too personally invested in Kai and wants to be cool and hang out. I can show you the spots around the city. Niggas in the comment section would be in the chat would be saying the same thing. Get out of here.
No, I don't know why. Like, see, I don't watch Hasan, but you would assume that the people this is what people are saying. This is what people are garnering from it. That girl, the people in the Hasan's comment section will be saying the same thing. Sure.
I was looking at the chat. They weren't on her side.
They went back in the bottom?
I don't know how I saw the chat, but I did. I think somebody was watching it on Twitch and it had the chat on the side scrolling.
Okay.
I saw the chat. They were not like on her side. They weren't like, yeah, let him know. He's really got to stop. They were like, bro, get out of here.
You got selective eyeballs.
You think so? Maybe. At the end of the day, the way I see it is, so you're saying, you know, he didn't like the uncomfortableness of it. Even if this uncomfortableness that he experienced is unique to his audience, but I think it makes millions of dollars. He had one minute uncomfortable interaction.
The added benefit is they get to expose him.
True.
Not really being about his shit.
True. If niggas want to point that out, I'm with them. But the you reap what you sow is kind of weird to me. If niggas want to say
double entendre.
Huh? So he's sowing the uncomfortableness and people pointing him out for being a hypocrite? Nah, that's not what they're doing.
Yeah, because the reap is, we knew you weren't about it.
Look at the initial tweet. This is Hasan's audience. Even he's annoyed at what he's created. Everything is just focused on this girl. It's not focused on him being a hypocrite.
Maybe.
They have no problem with the fact that he doesn't give a fuck about the boycott. They have a problem with the fact that she's telling him to care. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about her telling her that he should care. What they should be focusing on is the fact that he doesn't. They should be calling him a piece of shit. They shouldn't be making fun of her. She's not being annoying. She's acting exactly how she should, considering the content that Hasan makes. The fact that he responded this way means that he's a piece of shit. Not that she's annoying.
Well, both can be true.
True. But you would only interpret her as being annoying if he was annoyed by it. But he's annoyed by it because he doesn't really give a fuck. So he's a hypocrite. So it really all stems from him being a hypocrite, not her being annoying.
Yeah, this wouldn't be a clip if he was like, oh my god, and give her a hug.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a clip.
Wouldn't be a clip. Anywho, Shout out to him. I mean, he's getting to his bag. Real bag chaser for real. I think he signed with Kick.
Really?
I think so.
Cool.
Fuck with that?
Good for Aiden Ross, I guess. We got another one.
Why is that good for him? Oh, April 1st. Yeah, they got beef with this nigga?
Yeah, of course. Because he's a Twitch loyalist.
Loyalist? I think he's only loyal to Twitch because they give him a bag.
And they give him a serious one.
Yeah, but
So
why would Kick have beef with him? Because he's getting paid.
I think he shit on Kick before.
He probably did about the gambling shit. How you feel about gambling?
We already had this conversation.
You want kids to die?
What?
You want kids to die?
What is this sexual? What are you doing?
You're weird.
The fuck you about kiss to die?
I said you want kids to die.
Oh, I thought you said kiss to die.
It's fair that you interpreted it that way.
What the fuck?
How would you feel about this?
This?
Yeah.
Did I show you I'm pretty sure I sent you the
was fake.
list. Oh, that was fake?
It's fake.
How you know? You looked it up?
Community notes.
Man, that sucks. How do I feel about this? Real freaky nigga.
He's a freaky nigga.
Freaky ass nigga.
So what if the other one marries another nigga? They take turns? I get it for 3 nights a week. You get it for...
Yeah, you'd be hot.
I have an article.
What do you mean?
It's not about... it might be about... Yeah, it is about this. I have an article, though.
About what you just said.
Tangentially.
Oh, my days. Bring the article out, man.
Conjoined twins Abby Hansel is now married. Abby and Brittany Hansel, who documented their lives in the TLC reality series Abby and Brittany, have a new member of the family. The sisters have reached a major life milestone. Abby is married. A lot has happened in the last decade. Abby is now married. According to public records, Abby, a teacher, and Josh Bowling, a nurse, a United States Army veteran, tied the knot in 2021, so this is 3 years old. Abby and Brittany are dicephalous conjoined twins and share a bloodstream in all organs below the waist. Abby controls their right arm and
organs
leg.
are below the waist.
Vagina, legs.
So they had separate... No, the waist isn't fucking your neck.
The waist.
Yeah, so only your vagina.
Yeah.
So they have separate hearts? Separate stomachs?
I guess so.
That can't be right. Maybe it is. Do you need
Probably
2 hearts for 2 heads? I guess the brain does take a lot of blood.
Yeah, you probably would need 2 hearts for 2 heads.
Alright, cool.
Separate lungs. They actually got kind of lucky as far as this goes. So I imagine if you had one set of lungs, you'd be fucked.
You die early.
If you had one heart, you'd be fucked.
You would die early.
The only benefit maybe is having one stomach.
They don't have that much body space. They look like they have a regular sized torso. Or regular size. Alright. Maybe it's like 1.1.5. Looks like 1.5 shoulder length.
They're so lucky. Like, it's so well. Like, one side controls one arm, one side controls one arm. That's good. One side controls one leg. There's no crossing.
Is that really how? You think that's really? No.
That's what it said.
Well,
Abby controls the right arm and leg. Brittany controls the left.
Wow.
They have their own hearts, own stomachs,
How the fuck
own.
did they learn to walk?
That's a real exercise.
Whoa.
That's a real exercise. You ever done one of those things where they tie?
Yeah.
Well, like, that's a real.
Jeez Louise, man. Yeah, they did get lucky.
When Abby and Brittany were born in 1990, their parents decided against separation surgery, deeming it too risky. How could you pick between the two? Mike said. I only highlighted that because I was like, yeah, how could you? Could you? Or would you just be like, get him out of here.
No,
Put him in the river. Send him on the river in a basket.
No, I'd probably let him rock. Just like that, conjoined.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't even care if one's a little sneepy.
One of them is a little bit more sneaky than the other.
I can't really tell. They look the same.
This one looks dumber. Maybe she just has a bad
That's the evil
smile.
one on the right.
There's a good and an evil twin.
One's smiling, one's not.
Only about 1 in every 200,000 live births result in conjoined twins. Approximately 70% are female, and most are stillborn women. Like once again, their mom said that the twins were interested in having children one day. That's probably something that could work because those organs do work for them.
So, do they share a womb?
I don't think
They
don't have
do,
to.
because it's probably below the waist.
The womb? The waist is like that's like the hip.
Yeah.
The womb is above the hip.
Nah, I guess you're right. It's a little bit into the stomach.
No, they have to share a womb.
They have to.
Because they have one vagina.
They have one vagina. Or...
No, they have one vagina.
It splits off.
So then what is it, like it's a roll of the dice every time that nigga comes?
There's no way.
It could be Abby, it could be...
They have one torso. It's not... Because there's conjoined Jews that have two torsos split off. Don't look that up.
There aren't conjoined twins that have two torsos.
Don't look it up. Jeez Louise, this guy. Look at images.
I don't want to see some freaky shit.
See, that's two torsos, isn't it?
This?
Well, I meant like at the hips, it splits off. That's what I meant. So two torsos. Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
That guy right there.
Who, him?
Him and the girl on the... Yeah.
This?
That's two torsos.
They just got two shoulders, nigga. That's not two torsos. They think they got two shoulders. That's not a torso.
That first pick was two torsos.
It was barely there. It was barely there. So here's my question. When he nuts inside, so only one. So does one of them just like, oh, I'm not gonna do nothing with my arm or leg, otherwise I feel like, would the sister be like, hey, you're trying to do something with my man?
This is...
Or she's like, oh, I want to suck his, but you gotta help me do a double jerk.
We have to touch back.
You have to help me do a double jerk, Brittany.
We have to touch back on the 70%. That's why a man can have two wives. It's made for this. This is how...
But he doesn't have two wives.
But this is what he should have. He's letting social conventions convince him that it can work any other way. You're gonna have to love me too, girl. This is it. I want Brad Pitt. Can't happen.
Whoa! They are teachers. They speak perfect English. How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you? So you're saying that he should have both twins?
He should have both, man.
You're unbelievable.
What do you mean?
We gotta do something about you. You're out of hand. So this nigga should have both twins.
Yo, they want to be treated like normal or not.
Who, them?
Yeah, they gotta get these jokes too. They want kid gloves? No.
I think we're doing enough joking already.
Are we?
We didn't have to go for the retard joke.
No,
We didn't have to go for the retard joke.
That's not what it was.
Look, man. Okay. So Abby's married. Let's say Brittany gets married. They both want to have kids.
You start talking about some haram shit.
Abby, let's say that nigga's name is Josh. That nigga Josh, he fucks Abby. Nuts in her. They give birth. Does Chris get the next kid? Or do they do a roll of the dice every time? Whoever's it is whoever it is. To the best man.
Two wives.
That's what Josh should be rocking with. What Brittany doesn't like that nigga, man. She wants a black nigga.
Then y'all together, y'all should have discussed that.
They're not discussing, they're getting their own man.
You're an idiot.
What?
And I think Josh knows that. I got them both.
Oh, you gotta shoot for the moon so you can land on the stars. Niggas probably told them that they weren't gonna live to see 20. 34. Niggas saw, nah, you'll never find true love. Abby's married. They're not settling. They're going all the way.
And Josh knows this is where the buck stops.
There's no more.
I'm gonna be getting double blowjobs soon enough.
I don't think they can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Nah, there's too much interference. They can't. And I don't think they have enough neck to be able to like turn.
I can't think about this anymore.
All right, but what about the double jerk?
I got a neck thing, man. Just imagine them just trying to. Nah, I don't even know.
Can Brittany wrap her leg around Josh while Abby is wrapping her leg around Josh, or it can only be one leg?
They definitely are not even virgins.
Before Josh?
Yeah. Would you do it?
No. No. Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
All right, what if they were hotter?
How hot are they?
Two Megan Fox heads. Two Sydney Sweeney heads.
No, I'm fine. Sydney Sweeney.
All right. Two Margot Robbie heads.
The same body?
Is them or it's Margot Robbie?
Is them?
Imagine Margot Robbie's body.
This is like impossible. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have to be the Margot Robbie head on their body.
Huh?
It just have to be the
Do
Margot.
they have 3 titties?
I don't think they do. It doesn't really look like it, no.
2 Margot Robbie heads.
I think Josh can only find the one tit.
Josh, he's in it for the long haul. He's done.
He's
He's gonna get both.
Two? No,
He's gonna get both.
2 Margot Robbie heads? No, I'm not. Not doing it.
No? Why? It's too freaky?
It's not for me, man. I don't want to denigrate him, even though I did already by screaming like Steve Carell. No! No, God, please, no! No! But I don't want to denigrate them any more than I have to, because, you know.
The people, too.
Yeah, and they found love. It's more than
Now
I found.
You're a kitty gloves type nigga.
Kitty gloves? No.
I don't know if I'd do it.
I just like celebrating life.
I think my answer will come from I'd have to be able to touch the area where the heads conjoin and see how I feel.
I'm good. I'm not touching.
You know, see, if you're repulsed by that, then you can't do it.
Yeah.
But some niggas are doctors. Some niggas can cut a nigga open. So I understand.
What do you think it's like as a student to have a double-headed teacher?
You're definitely going to be smarter.
Wait. Here's the real question. How do they sleep?
A special pillow.
Could one sleep and the other one be awake? Because this is a cheat code. They both have a teaching degree, which means they both went to college.
They stop them from cheating.
Do they take the same test?
There's a lot of questions here.
Can they communicate?
Right?
There's no way they can keep their eye on their own paper. And even if they do, let's say they do share a test. Bro, this is the optimal form. 12 hours one is sleeping, one is studying. The other 12 hours one is sleeping, the other one is studying. They can just study for 24 hours and they can do anything for 24 hours straight.
But you would think that they don't get the same information. But if they could cheat.
Yeah, exactly. They don't get the same information, but they have to take the same test.
What's the line about only one being able to control the other arm? I got you with this one.
Yo, that's the tech. You trying to conjoin?
Hell no, I was you.
We could do something.
I need another one of me.
Huh?
I need another one of me.
What if we just both shared your body?
Me, you?
Yeah.
No, I need another one of me. My head, not your head.
What's wrong with you?
Your head is too big.
What?
It's way too fat.
You have a bigger head than me.
So you're already button heads.
But it's
all right. That was eventful. Please.
Oh,
I'm done with this, man. We get it. Did we talk about this last week?
No.
We did.
Let's just touch on it a little, cause I just wanted to watch the video because I thought there were some interesting things brought up. Now this nigga Glenn Greenwald, he looks like that crypto nigga.
That's 11-minute video, 12-minute.
I'm not watching that video. It's a different video.
Yeah.
This nigga Glenn Greenwald, he looks like that crypto nigga.
Sure.
The ugly nigga.
I didn't see what Glenn looked like.
But here's the real meat.
Damn, that's not the same guy. That's not
Hey,
the good twin. Like, what the hell?
So we got this tweet from Candace. Ben, we agreed not to talk about this, but you're very much going on a public tour right now, pretending not to talk about it. Well, you are very much talking about it. Would you like me to do the same? Candace Owens is a loser.
Nah, that's facts. He is talking about it.
All right, let's watch him talk.
I think
about it.
more than Candace Owens being a loser, Candace Owens just never wants to be the bad guy.
Let's see if Ben paints her out to be a bad guy in this video.
All right.
So okay, this Ben Shapiro. He's talking to Dave Rubin. They start talking about the Candace Owens leaving the Daily Wire.
The elephant in the room for just a moment, because I saw you this week on Piers Morgan. He asked you repeatedly about Candace. You repeatedly basically said,
I won't talk about that. I'll say that here too.
Yeah, and that's fine. And you know, it's interesting because we all sort of came up together to different extents, and we've all done a million things together, public events and networks and all those things. It seems to me that at this moment, she's now a free agent. She happened to end up on Locals, which I created, and we're a platform, not a publisher that you guys are. Can you at least talk to just sort of where it's at now? She's not with you. She's free.
She's free to do whatever she wants to do, and to be wherever she wants to be. And the difference between a publisher like the Daily Wire and a platform like Locals is obviously that a platform should have a very broad range of speech that it allows, including speech that maybe even the creators don't believe is inside what they would consider to be the Overton window. That's a very different thing than direct subsidization of particular opinions. So the Daily Wire would not have.
I feel like that's all you need to hear.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants. Yeah, that's what. I think everyone understands that. I think what would have been nice is the debate between them two.
A debate about what?
Palestine, Israel.
I don't think Candace wins. I don't think Candace wins that.
I don't know if she does.
I think she's very new to the topic, very new to, this conflict. I don't think that she has.
I don't even really know what her stance on Israel Palestine is.
I think she's very. I think she's kind of been questioning Jewish power recently.
But yes, she has.
I think for the Israel Palestine thing, it's mostly just like, she feels bad for the Palestinians.
Yeah, she has been questioning Jewish power, especially with their ability to just call anyone an anti-Semite. And I feel like those are good conversations to have.
Okay.
And I get where Ben Shapiro's coming from, right? CNN wouldn't have someone saying that I fuck with Trump on their platform.
They wouldn't have Alex Jones. They wouldn't be paying Alex Jones to have a show.
Yeah. But I feel like it was just people confirming what they already knew, which is Ben Shapiro's not trying to hear nothing else on this whole Israel-Palestine debate. He doesn't want to hear nothing else. And honestly, with what Matt Walsh is doing, I think it's a psyop.
Oh, you think the Matt Walsh thing is a psyop?
Yeah. I think it's a psyop.
What is Matt Walsh doing?
Trying to criticize Israel in some way, trying to say that, he's a very America first type of opinion, like we shouldn't be dealing with any of this kind of stuff.
Ben Shapiro, he referenced that in this interview.
Yeah. It's just funny to me that I didn't see Matt Walsh create anything like that before this whole Candace Owens thing went down. Now maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he touched on it before, but I certainly didn't see it. It didn't make any headlines. I didn't see it on his Twitter. And I get his tweets in my algorithm. I never see. Let's go to his channel. Let's just do a quick search of his channel. I don't think I saw him talk about that once before.
This banner is kind of gay.
What's it?
The handout? Like, what are we doing here, bro? Nigga think
you think he's an artist?
Nigga think he a model. No pictures, please. What are you doing, bro?
Okay.
Conservative, bro. Um.
We're scrolling down too far at this point. Wait, how long has it been since this shit's been going on?
October, so like 5-6 months.
Okay.
But this isn't even in. It's not even in order from.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, look, man. Look, man. I don't think it's a psyop.
I
But
think it's a psyop.
But you know, I can't prove that it's not. I just wanted to say, Candace is a loser, and the reason why she's a loser is because there's nothing in this clip. I watched the whole clip. I don't know if you want to watch the whole clip, but there's nothing in this clip that indicates that he was making Candace out to be the bad guy or anything. She's just weird. Like, she's just like kind of a clout chasey person. It's like,
no,
all he said was, yeah, you know, we're a publisher, we're not a platform, so we decided we didn't want to keep on paying her for opinions.
Yeah, and then what if Candace has a response to that? But you know that the whole idea.
He's not talking about anything.
He's talking about basically the idea of why they're able to can her.
Okay. I'm sure they can can her for whatever reason that they want, but
well, the idea was not to talk about it.
Huh?
The idea was not to talk about it.
No. I'm just saying that. Actually, no, never mind. Is this talking about it? Unless there was something that happened behind the scenes where.
This is talking about it, bro.
Ben Shapiro, huh?
This is talking about it, bro.
You can't be for real.
He's giving the reasons why it's okay that she canned her. This is talking about it.
He didn't can her. The contract was up. They didn't renew it. She's been talking like this for months. Being cool with Kanye West for months. You think that Ben Shapiro enjoyed that? No. He didn't can her. The contract was up. They didn't renew it.
Okay. Well, so Candace is saying they agreed not to talk about why they didn't renew the contract.
Okay. Is this really talking about it, or is it just saying, oh, well, you know, some people have been... Hold up! Some people have been criticizing me. As a publisher, we don't have to subsidize everybody's content, so we decided to part ways. Is that really talking about it?
Okay.
Is that talking about it enough that she's like, Ben, you don't want me to get on your ass? She's
No. If Candace on the next show pulls up these clips and starts talking about them, would you say she's talking about it?
It depends on what she's saying and why she's saying it.
Why? I think we can leave it at that.
He's talking around the issue.
Shouldn't do that.
Why?
Do you think he would like it if she did that?
Talked around the issue?
Yeah.
So, do I think that Ben Shapiro would like it if Candace Owens got on a podcast and said, yeah, you know, they just didn't want to, you know, continue to pay me because I was giving out some opinions that they didn't agree with. Do I think that Ben Shapiro would care that she says that? No, I don't. Why would anybody?
Well, so why do you think she's mad? Because she's
an idiot? A fucking weirdo.
Okay.
Who wants clout and attention. Unless there was some stuff that happened behind the scenes that was legitimately fucked up or legitimately, you know, persecuting, and you know they were trying to attack her. Unless there was things like that was happening.
But yeah, you lean to she's an idiot rather than that.
No, not that she's an idiot. That she's a weirdo and a clout chaser. Yes, because everything that I've seen from Ben Shapiro is that he's generally a stand-up guy.
Except when it comes to Israel,
huh?
Except when it comes to Israel.
Well, how
you were getting hot about
how is it except when it comes to Israel?
You were getting hot when they were talking about Trans Day of Visibility.
Mm-hmm.
You see what he said about Jesus?
What did he say? Oh, the reason why I was getting hot was because Joe Biden claims to be a Catholic.
Okay.
Of course he would say that about
Jesus. Don't you get mad at Muslims when they slander Jesus?
No, I get mad at Muslims when they speak as if their religion is so righteous and beautiful. When the founder of the religion.
Let's not go crazy, man.
And I don't think there's anything righteous about attacking people, killing people, going after people for saying that they don't believe in your religion or they think that it's nonsense, or even drawing a picture of your prophet. I don't think that those are righteous, beautiful things to do. That's why I get mad about it.
Let's go to the next topic.
That's why I get mad about it. When Muslims say that Jesus isn't God.
No, let's go to the next topic.
No. When Muslims say that Jesus isn't God and that he's a prophet, I don't get mad about that. I disagree with them, but I don't get mad about it. Nice try. Not everybody's a Zionist. Nice try. Oh, this shit made me sick.
What part? Candace?
No.
Oh, this guy?
Day after Easter, we're looking at a whole weekend of these types of upside down realities where Trump takes reality, twists it, and throws it against his people. I have to ask though about the people who have the means, whether it be leadership positions, financial means, educational means, who could, if they were invited or if they donated, go to Mar-a-Lago on a Saturday night and then go to church and celebrate Jesus' love on a Sunday.
I don't know what this bitch is talking about.
But what's even more disturbing than that venom and hatred on Easter Sunday itself was the buildup of Holy Week. It featured Trump sharing posts where he compared himself, calling a post where a supporter compared him to Jesus and the trials he faces in court in New York to the trials Jesus faced. It's a beautiful post. He's selling Bibles. And then, you know, the sad thing is this isn't just confined to Trump anymore. I used to be able to say, or I used to try to comfort ourselves by saying, well, Donald Trump is the bad guy. And then there's just so many good people who are fooled. And there are still good people who are fooled by him. But it's become increasingly clear that Trumpism and that Trump ethic is really leaking into American Christianity itself. As we saw during Holy Week, Christians all over Twitter were posting Christ is King, specifically aimed at Jewish Americans, specifically aimed to assert religious dominance in a very gross and ugly way. And we're seeing this just leak out, Mika, and it is very distressing. But even more than that, it is very dangerous.
Soy.
As the left is now describing Christ as King as something dangerous, it is very important to remember that this war on Christ was not started by the left. This was started by Andrew Klavan of the Daily Wire in an attempt to explain how I was anti-Semitic. Oh my gosh.
That's kind of true. That's the first time I saw it.
I kind of fuck with Andrew Klavan, so I saw that he did like a podcast or something where he talked about it. I didn't watch it because, I don't know, I was like on my phone at the time, so I didn't want to like watch something on my phone. But
everybody is a Zionist.
Andrew Klavan actually used to be Jewish, but then he converted to Christianity. So I guess he's like, you know, a Jew racially. Anywho, the reason why I was disgusted by this clip is not because I don't think that there are people who are using Christ as King as a psyop for anti-Semitism. There definitely are a lot of people who are doing that. But it's more so because this is reminiscent. You see, leftists never learn. They're full-blown retards. That's why you saw what happened. We watched Chernobyl. That's why what happened in Chernobyl happened.
Was it leftists?
Communism.
Yeah. Okay.
It all stems from the same thing. It all stems from this like Marxist, Leninist, communist retardation. Leftists are all retarded. If you see people say an innocuous phrase, even if you know that they're using the innocuous phrase to signal something that's not innocuous, you don't call them out on the innocuous phrase. Because it makes you look like you're crazy. And anybody who's not on your side, even if they're not on the side of the people using the innocuous phrase, now get converted to that side. It's that simple. The same way when people, you know, they used to do the OK sign, and they're like, oh, that's a symbol for white power. You're a retard. You're only helping them. Why are you saying stupid shit like that?
Well, that's real funny because I never thought about it, but like, so you expect them to stop saying Christ is King?
Right? Like, now that David French, the stupid fucking retard that he is, said this, does he expect all of the people who were saying it, both as a meme and genuinely, to go, oh, I guess we can't say Christ is King anymore? Like, are you fucking stupid? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Why would you say that stupid shit? Now all you do, you make yourself look soy, and you've given the people who are actually using it as an anti-Semitic dog whistle, you've given them more power. Now they can point to you and look, this is how much they hate Jesus. This is how much they hate you as a Christian. That even when you say Christ is King, somehow that's an attack on Jewish people. He's a retard. He's a stupid fucker. He's a stupid fucker. It's the same thing that happened with Trump. And that's why I voted for Trump in 2016. Because I would watch the mainstream media just lie and lie and lie. I remember the day I got radicalized. I damn near got radicalized. I remember the day.
What happened?
I was walking around 9/11, September the 11th. I was walking around outside with a hoodie on, like 72-ish degrees out. Yeah, it's a little warm, I guess. It's a little toasty, but nothing to scream about. I had a hoodie on. Reports coming in. Hillary Clinton collapsed at a 9/11 memorial service. You check the news. You got the news anchors on TV going, it's so hot. I remember it was seared into my memory the way she said it was a hot day. It was so hot. That's the way it was so hot. I was like, I was just walking outside earlier today with a hoodie on.
And it was in New York.
It was in New York. Because Hillary Clinton, she was the senator from New York. Yeah, so, she was a 9/11 memorial service. She was running for election. So hot. She passed out. He was like, no, this bitch is old and sick and dying. Now, she wasn't, because she's still alive, but the way...
She looked bad back then. I don't remember why.
She didn't look like Biden.
No, Biden doesn't even look that bad. He just has dementia. But she looked bad a lot. I remember exactly that time, too. She was collapsing. Pretty sure it happened more than once, didn't it?
Maybe. I don't know. And then they said, oh, well, she had pneumonia. She's been battling pneumonia, and she went out in the blistering heat in order to, pay her respects to, all of these people. And then, and she's resting up in her daughter's apartment in Manhattan. So then she walks out with sunglasses on, and then a little... a legal immigrant girl goes up to her and hugs her. Oh, here's the photo op. Like, didn't you say she had pneumonia? Why are you hugging a little girl? Bro, I'm telling you, when I watched all that happen, I said, I have to vote for Trump. I almost lost my mind. I said, I have to vote for Trump. This is insane. It says, it's so hot. The same day. Bro, it was crazy, bro. I'll never forget that shit as long as I live, bro.
But you're not in Hillary Clinton's body. You don't know how hot it was.
She was wearing a suit, bro. I had a hoodie on, bro, with the hood up. It wasn't that hot out, bro. Niggas was wearing like, bro, it really wasn't that. I hate left. I hate them. But maybe we'll do a deep dive into this Crisis King thing, because one thing that I did see Andrew Clavin saying was, he had never really heard niggas say Christ is King. And neither have I. I've heard people say Prince of Peace, King of Kings, Savior, Messiah. I've never heard people say Christ is King. I've only saw the first person I ever heard say Christ is King is Nick Fuentes.
The first person I saw say it
and then
was like Sneeko or what's his name?
And John Zerka, yes. And who'd they get it from? They got it from Nick Fuentes. So when he said that, I said, and now everybody's saying it. But again, even if it is a dog whistle, you don't call it the dog whistle. You let niggas say Christ is King and it loses its power. What are you, a fucking idiot? What's wrong with this nigga?
You don't want it to lose its power. Christ is King.
Well, you want it to lose its power if it's a dog whistle. If it's a genuine expression.
A dog whistle for what?
See,
you're talking Christian nationalism. What's that? Explain to me that. Like, this is why I'm saying this nigga is soy. Like, what is he even talking about? What's gonna happen? So you think there's gonna be another holy war? Nothing's gonna happen.
That's why I'm saying this nigga's stupid. Because people saying Christ is King, nothing's gonna happen if people say Christ is King, unless you start calling them anti-Semites for saying it. But if niggas just say it, and what, Nick Fuentes is, haha, they're saying it now. All the people who believe in Jesus just like me, they're saying it, and nobody cares, then nothing will happen. But it's because this retard goes...
But no, even if you start calling the people that say it anti-Semites, then what?
Then people go, why are they calling us anti-Semites? Why do we have to hate Jesus? Why do we have to hate Jews just because we love Jesus? And then...
Oh, you mean they start reading history?
Well, the Nick Fuentes supporters then go into the comment section and they say, this is just another expression of Jewish power. They hate Christians. You should read this. Have you ever read the Talmud? Oh, Jews have always been trying to persecute or hold down Christians. That's how they wrote people in. But if nobody ever complained about it, then these people would have no they would have no jumping off point to try to recruit people into their movement. Fuck David French, he's a retard.
I don't know.
Your girl.
So this is the last one? Let's do this last. If you got more.
I don't want to talk about the bugs.
The fucking bugs, bro.
Okay. I watched this video. I was a little conflicted.
I don't want to do this.
This is the last one.
I get it.
Okay. The girl.
Not my girl.
You date her.
I'd fuck her.
You date her.
I'd fuck her.
You would date her.
I would fuck her.
I'm sure you would. You would also date her.
No. Well, it depends.
She made $1.7 million last year.
I don't need a woman's money. I'd fuck her, and if I like fucking her, then I'd date her.
You would ignore the Instagram?
No.
You would tell her to take the pictures down?
Well, dating doesn't mean girlfriend. If it was my girlfriend, you can't back those up.
So she would have to take them down?
She wouldn't be my girlfriend because she already showed everyone her pussy lips. But we'll get to that.
It's too late?
It's too late. Nasty.
Spent.
Used up.
I just try to stay strong. Like,
let me give a little background.
Female sports is back.
It just arrived.
He's right. Female sports have just arrived.
New update on basketball. They have the female edition. It just came through. Never before seen.
Out of the presses.
Last year, even though female sports just arrived, last year, March Madness, NCAA Championship, LSU Tigers female basketball team, college basketball team versus the Iowa State, who knows, basketball team. Caitlin Clark, a lot of people, she's the Steph Curry.
She is.
Of female basketball. They played against Angel Reese and the LSU Tigers, and they lost. The Iowa State lost to LSU.
Last year, they lost in the championship game.
Yes. LSU won the championship. They won the NCAA championship. And, a lot of people had beef with Angel Reese because earlier in the tournament, Caitlin Clark did a "you can't see me" type taunt to another player on another team. And then during the championship, Angel Reese did the same taunt to Caitlin Clark.
And she did.
It's rain time, nigga. She did the same taunt to Angel Clark during their game.
Angel Clark. Angel Reese did the taunt
to Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
And they won. A lot of
niggas
people
was mad about it.
Yes. Niggas was mad. So this year, they met in the top 8. LSU, Iowa.
Just to give some context to that, when Angel Reese did that to Caitlin Clark, a lot of people were coming out. People like Dave Portnoy. I like Dave Portnoy. But he came out and said, classless piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were, had those same sentiments. A lot of people didn't. They thought, this is what we want to see from female sports. We want to see some 90s type male basketball and female sports. This is good. Yeah, we like that. It kind of ended up being a black versus white issue. If you want me being honest, if you didn't know,
as it always does,
Caitlin Clark is white.
Caitlin Clark is white.
That's the way I saw it. I'm like, if you like Caitlin Clark, you happen to be white, and you didn't like what Angel Reese did. If you liked Angel Reese, you're okay with what Angel Reese did. You brought up the receipts of Caitlin Clark doing it little by little. And the white people, it was just craziness, man. I'm tired of the race war, bro.
Well, we had an argument about it. We actually made a video about it last year.
Yeah.
And I think I was against Angel Reese.
That's why I like the shit basketball. So I don't know what there's to be against it.
Oh, you know what I remember? I remember why I disagreed. Caitlin Clark didn't do it to anybody in particular. She hit a big shot, and then she did it to hype herself up. Angel Reese was very specifically targeting and harassing. Well, maybe harass is a bit of a soy word. She was very specifically targeting her taunts at Caitlin Clark in particular. And she would do it not even after Angel Reese made a big play herself. Just so that you'd be like, fuck you, Caitlin Clark. Now, look, you might like it in basketball. But if somebody says that it's classless or it's fucked up or it's mean-spirited, I can also understand.
Pussy, soy.
Regardless, I'm saying what I'm saying is there's not really an equivalence between what the two people did. No. There's a difference between hyping yourself up and taunting somebody else. You don't think there's a difference?
Not meaningful for me.
Okay, fair enough.
Steph Curry going, and after you score on a particular person, you rock the cradle. Same shit to me. I get tight. I get tight in a sportsmanship type of way. Not like I want to punch him, but I'll be like,
so if
I'm about to score on this nigga.
If we're playing Smash, and I meteor smash you. And I go, on your head, nigga. You like that? Or if I go, I'm kind of nice. That's the same shit to you?
Absolutely.
Not the same shit to me.
Yeah, that's why you saw it.
Oh, maybe. So this year they played in the top 8. LSU they got washed. We were watching the game. We had to stop it early.
Yeah, they got washed this year.
Now I hate women, so usually I wouldn't have watched the game, but he forced me to. And I was watching. I was like, this shit is kind of decent. It's decent. It's
Beating
decent.
allegations. I don't hate women.
It's decent. Decent game. But we had to stop it early. They were getting washed. LSU lost. So here's the post press. This is the post press conference. Angel Reese.
Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and like not be there for them. So I just want to always just know like I'm still human. Like all
As a
this
black
I've
woman.
been since I won the national championship, and I said the other day I haven't had peace since then, and it sucks. But I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say like I'm unapologetically me. I'm gonna always.
I haven't been happy since then.
You gonna finish it?
Why would she say something like that? What the fuck is she talking about? So, in one breath, she says, I haven't been happy since then. And another breath, she says, I wouldn't change anything? Why would you not change anything if your life is misery?
You wouldn't even be saying anything if you wouldn't change anything. That's why you're saying something.
Let's finish this up. This shit is pissing me off.
Always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And hopefully the little girls that look up to me, and hopefully I give them some type of inspiration that, hopefully it's not this hard and all the things that come at you, but keep being who you are. Keep waking up every day. Keep being motivated. Stay who you are. Stay 10 toes. Don't back down. And just be confident.
I have to look something up.
Yeah, this isn't the Angel Reese from last year, man. What happened to the 2002 is crazy. 2002 is crazy. So you could have legitimately jacked this up to being young and dumb.
Young and dumb. No, I don't think you can.
You can.
I don't think you can. I don't know what this is. I don't know where this comes from.
I know exactly where it comes from. Or at least I can surmise given what I've seen, because I watch a lot of sports stuff.
Where's it come from?
Hearing all that, I think I can get into Angel Reese's mind. When she was doing all that kind of stuff to Caitlin Clark, regardless if she said that she's the bad guy and all that, she didn't really believe that. She didn't really believe she's the villain. She didn't really believe that she's the heel. She doesn't really want to be the Draymond Green or the Dylan Brooks of the league. She's doing that. In her mind, she's doing it in a heroic way. It's not really being the villain. It's I'm
the underdog?
Not the underdog. It's like I'm the Raphael of the heroes. I'm the hero with the mean streak. She doesn't really believe she's not Shredder.
She's not Superman, she's Batman.
That's why I use Michelangelo. Michelangelo's more
Raphael.
She's Vegeta.
She's not Goku.
She's not Goku.
She's Vegeta.
She's Vegeta.
Vegeta has blown up planets, killed people before, but
yeah.
Right now, he's a good guy.
Yeah. Without all the extra lore for the general,
he's a good guy.
Yeah. And so she just has to take it when people say these things about her and make her out to be that kind of way. But what she fails to understand is that, look, man, you might not have asked for it, but you're a big dog now. And we haven't even gotten to it all. You can't put your pussy lips on live for $1,000. You're literally the LeBron James. The LeBron James of female basketball. You're more important than any WNBA player or dead.
You're talking about Angel Reese?
Yes. More niggas know her name than any WNBA player.
What about Sue Bird?
Who?
Sue Bird.
I know who Sue Bird is.
They know who Sue Bird is.
Bro.
Brittany Griner? Brittany Griner was Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark.
No, because she's not sexy. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are even different. Caitlin Clark, all she has is skill and talent, 3-point ability. Angel Reese.
Oh, that's it.
Angel Reese, she's right in one thing she said. She is a role model for kids.
Not a good one.
Exactly. Because she's putting her pussy lips online for $1,000.
Why is it always $1,000? Why is it always $1,000?
That's why. So it's like,
I don't think she's a bad role model because of that.
I do. I don't want my kids to see that. You can't follow Angel Reese. She's dressing up in scantily clad clothing, TikToking.
Those are reasons why she's a bad model.
So it's the same thing. It's all in the same vein.
Really.
It's all in the same. It's this hot girl, city girl bullshit. Caitlin Clark, she looks like she just plays basketball.
Oh, you think she has a fucking hairy box? Like,
what?
She gets her shit waxed too. There's nothing wrong with you getting your shit waxed.
There's something wrong with your show to the world.
Why?
So you're okay with your daughter doing it?
I probably wouldn't like it, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Why wouldn't you like it?
I'm not prepared to explain it, but I don't.
Classless piece of shit.
The reason why I don't have a problem with it is because I generally don't have a problem with women showcasing experiences that women go through that are
saying the same as a fucking period
that are not sexual in nature. I think it is, because there's really nothing that's sexy about it. It's exposing, I suppose, but it's not that, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, so I wouldn't want my wife to upload videos of her breastfeeding, but I don't have a problem with women who upload videos of them breastfeeding. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think that if you do that, you're a bad role model. I also, like, you know...
It's turned into a conversation that's way bigger than what we were talking about.
All I'm saying is... all I'm saying is... I think she's a bad role model. Not for that. I think it's for the scantily clad clothes and because she's a person of low moral character.
Why do you say she's a person of low moral character?
Interviews like this.
Oh.
She's just a belly aching, whining, complaining retard. And it puts into context what she did last year. There is no parity between her and Caitlin Clark. She didn't do it for some sort of righteous reason. She just wants to talk shit, and she wants to talk shit without anybody talking shit back to her.
But see, that's why I said the thing about her thinking that she's the hero. She looks at Caitlin Clark as the villain.
She shouldn't. Why would she look at Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark,
because they're opposed to one another?
Huh?
Because they're opposed to one another?
No, because she was the big dog.
That doesn't make you a villain.
So Reese does.
Do you mean antagonist or obstacle? You can't be villain. Villain implies that you're a bad, evil person who, like, deserves to lose or be stopped. Or
I think
like that.
You'd have to look up, because I don't want to misquote her or say anything that's wrong. You'd have to look up, what does Angel Reese think about Caitlin Clark? What I remember, I don't think it was anything good. Angel Reese on Caitlin Clark.
There's no hate between her and Caitlin Clark. They shared a hug after the game with Reese whispering something in her ear. Reese shared the words, "She just told me continue to be a great player."
And this was after the loss that just
I told her
happened?
continue to be a great player as well and keep elevating the game and go win it. Yeah, I guess this is after
So this is after the game that just happened.
Yeah, this is after the game that just happened.
Okay. All right. The media made me believe that they had bad beef. It makes you even think. Then
I think people were just rooting against Angel Reese because she casted herself. People feel like she casted herself in the villain role,
or because she did that to Caitlin Clark. But if they don't have beef, if they're all cool, see, that's after this game. I wonder what happened after the last game.
After the last game, we saw Caitlin Clark did an interview, and people said, "How did you feel when Angel Reese did that to you?" And she said, "Oh, it's just a part of the game. It's no big deal. It's just, friendly competition,
But why did she do it to her?
That's what I'm saying. Because she's a person of low moral character.
Because it didn't
Because I think that there's a difference between hyping yourself up and taunting somebody.
No, because, taunting somebody, but if Western Westbrook does the baby carry or someone does it too small to you, whether they're trying to taunt you or not is something you do after a specific play. If you're smaller than the guy you're going up against, you're not taunting him because, or not even, if you're of equal size, it doesn't even matter. But if you go up and you go strong and you do that or you do it too small, you're not specifically taunting them. That's just what you do after that certain play.
Too strong? A-okay. Too small? Taunting. Honeybee.
No.
Because your celebration is in reference to the stature of the person that you just did something to. But if you're saying, I'm strong, that's why I was able to do that, that's different from saying,
your stature,
being small, that's why I was able to do it.
But it's factual. Your stature is part of what made the play so good. Your stature is part of what made the play so good.
I used to do too small for somebody who's bigger than them or smaller than them.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
So when you do too small, you're just taunting the person.
But taunting's not allowed in the NBA.
I know, huh?
It's not allowed. So why do they let that go? Why do they let go? Why do they let this go?
Just because they let it go doesn't mean that's not what it is.
But they don't let other things go. So it's like I'm trying to figure out it as someone that likes basketball, someone that plays basketball. Like it's hard for me to explain. Someone like you looks at it as like it's all taunting, but it's not.
I don't look at it as all taunting.
I'm saying the ones that you think that are taunting, nobody else looks at it as taunting.
Maybe it just doesn't reach the threshold. Maybe it's just not direct enough for it.
No, I'm saying people that play basketball don't really look at it as taunting. It's like an accepted thing. If you're playing LA Fitness and someone goes up for a contested layup on you and they run down the court like that, you accept it.
Yeah, you accept it. You accept that they're taunting you. Oh. Yes, you do.
You don't accept that they're taunting you.
What else could it mean when a nigga does that after he just dunked on you? What else could it mean? I'm small, nigga. That's what it means. It's a taunt. They're making fun of you. Okay. Okay. See, different people react to things in different ways. I can very easily see somebody reacting to too strong and too small. Maybe not negatively. Yeah, in the same way where it's like, oh, okay, that nigga thinks.
Yeah.
And they go, they want to go head to head or something like that.
Clothesline.
Oh, that might be a little bit too far, but something like that. But I can easily see somebody seeing too strong as, oh, okay, that nigga made a nice play, shout out to that nigga, and taking too small as an offense. You can easily see it. Bro. Because there's a difference between the two. For you, maybe there is no difference, but you can't say that there is no difference at all between hyping yourself up or denigrating somebody else. Maybe to you interpret it as the same.
Celebration, the celebration in itself is that it's a celebration. Like it's a, in a video game you would call it a taunt, but they're all taunts. Whether you do this or you do this, they're all the same thing. There's like a celebration. It's like after you score a soccer goal. There's a bunch of celebrations you could do. You can do the walk the dog. You can do the suey. But they're all in celebration of the play you made at your benefit. I mean, at your detriment.
Just because someone lost doesn't mean that the winner is happy that they lost. You can be happy that you won, but a winner could be happy that somebody lost.
Yes, but doing the too small doesn't mean that you're happy that they lost because it's now ingrained as in 2K a celebration you can do.
Okay. And in the case of Angel Reese, specifically going up to Caitlin Clark and doing the same thing that she did to someone else and pointing at her finger to Caitlin Clark, going across the court to do that.
I know.
And shouted her, this is not...
I know, and that's why I have questions. Why did she do that?
Person of low moral character. And you can tell that she's a person of low moral character when she's sitting here crying on stage, when she made $1.7 million last year, when she's posting, when she's putting her pussy lips on live, when she's posting skimpy outfits and saying people have sexualized me. She's a person of low moral character.
What does even people sexualizing you? What does that even mean?
She's talking about her fat ass.
You show what? So you can post the ass, but no one can comment on it?
It makes no sense.
That can't be what they mean.
It makes no sense.
It can't be what they mean. So if the girl says, girl, you look good, that's not sexualizing you?
Here's the explanation that I've been given before.
Who gave you this?
I've heard it from Horse.
Okay.
First of all, she used the wrong term. I think. For it to make sense, she used the wrong term, which is fine. The term she's supposed to use is objectify. Now, whores will tell you, it's fine for me to sexualize myself, but it's not okay for you to objectify me. Which means there are certain contexts in which I'm flaunting my sexuality, and I want that to be what you notice. Maybe I even want to profit off of it. However, it's not okay for you to do that to me all the time, and in contexts where I feel like it's inappropriate. That's when you do it all the time, you're objectifying me.
Become an object.
Yes. So, if she's saying that she's been objectified, that might be one thing. I don't know because I hate women, so I don't watch women's sports.
She's not a whore.
So I find it difficult to believe that people were like, what was happening? Like, was Shannon Sharp saying, "Ooh, you saw that TikTok video? Her ass was looking fat." Like, I don't think that was what was happening. I don't think that was happening. So who is she talking about? Niggas on social media? Like, yeah, niggas are gonna talk about you in a sexual context when you sexualize yourself, like on social media. Like, what is she talking about? Is she saying that people will go to her, go up to her in games and say, "Oh, can you suck my dick, please?" Like, what are you talking about? Like, who was sexualizing her? So, in my mind, it just sounds like she's just a belly aching, low moral character, stupid fucker.
Niggas is calling Clayton Clark Mark Zuckerberg with a ponytail. You don't see her belly aching?
Niggas been kind of looking at Clayton Clark like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You look kind of decent.
Niggas need eye surgery.
Look kind of decent. Look alright.
Less than decent.
Look alright.
Huh?
She look alright.
Probably less than alright. Look like Rick Owens.
Maybe she's
look up Rick Owens.
She just doesn't wear.
You don't know what Rick Owens looks like, do you?
No, I saw it in the granny post.
That's the picture. Rick Owens, Caitlin Clark. You've never seen them in the same room. Put it back. Type in Caitlin Clark. No. Just type it in right next to it. You've never seen them in the same room. Side by side. Which one? Who's who? Who's who?
That's not Rick Owens.
That's not Caitlin Clark?
Oh, right here?
No, right here.
That's not Caitlin Clark.
That's not Rick Owens?
This is crazy what you're saying. Oh, that is Rick Owens.
That's not Caitlin Clark?
Stop. She's a beautiful young woman.
Somebody.
All right, listen, man. Yeah, I don't fuck with this. I don't fuck with this idiot.
Who's the dress? This shit look like an American sexualized dress. You put it to your body. Put it to your body. What the fuck?
Clearly sexualization of yourself.
How do you feel about that video?
Got that shit on.
Titillating?
Yeah.
Oh, when I saw this, I was all out on him. Fuck LSU, fuck Angel Reese, fuck all them niggas.
That's it.
Angel Reese and our LSU trash team. Okay, I don't endorse this tweet.
It's extra language.
There's some coded language here, some very strange language here, some Crisis King language here.
Oh my day.
Angel Reese and her LSU trash teammates left the floor during the national anthem tonight. Caitlin Clark and her classy Iowa teammates didn't. Then Caitlin and her Iowa teammates went the floor with those un-American LSU thugs! Thugs!
Yeah, that sounds all right. That sounds all right.
So that's the thug talk.
So they left in the middle? Or they just weren't there?
I don't know. This is the video.
That's a horrible video. This doesn't tell you anything.
But this is Iowa. The national anthem is happening. People have their hearts over their hands over their hearts. Other side of the court,
empty.
No bench, no nothing.
Well, man, the way I look at it, I mean, national game. Look, if they're making some kind of stand, that's one thing. But if they're just in the thing, going over game plans and skip the national anthem, I wouldn't give a fuck.
I would, but I wouldn't be mad about it.
If they're like, oh, fuck the national anthem, we're gonna keep game planning right now. We're gonna skip it so we can game plan more. Cool.
Not cool, but you know,
it's whatever. But if they're making some type of political stand, we already had Colin Kaepernick, man. No more.
Not cool, but you know, I'll let him have it. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's fair enough. You know, I mean, look, you only got 4 chances to win the title. You know, I'm sure you've done the national anthem a bunch of different times. I'm not happy that you missed it, but you know, look, if you got a game plan more, you got a game plan.
The coach said that they were there for the last one. Huh? In the what, the Sweet 16 game.
We'll see.
We kind of, honestly, I don't even know when the anthem was played. We kind of have a routine where we are on the floor and then they come off at the 12-minute mark. We just, I don't know, we come in and we do.
It's more
our
race
pregame
baiting
stuff.
bullshit.
I'm sorry. That's nothing intentionally done.
Thank you. So anytime black people don't show up for the national anthem, now there's some Colin Kaepernick shit. Look what you done. Look what that nigga's done.
It was Colin?
It was him. Fucking biracial buffoon. Clown ass nigga.
How'd you call him biracial?
Yo, man, maybe you should have been just be white and do that shit. Put that shit on all black people. I like America.
Thugs!
Anti-American
thugs. Yeah, thugs. So you're saying that there's a clip of her saying we were there for the last one? I don't look, man.
Yeah, I saw that in writing somewhere that they were there for the last one, so the fuck is the big deal?
Tired of people hating on America.
You're more tired of people hating on America? I'm tired of people making it look like I'm tired of people just making everything race war, bro. Oh my days. Oh, I pray. Race war.
Look, man.
It's one thing to joke about race, right? Because I love joking about race. Because I don't take it that seriously.
It's not that fun.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
It's okay.
I don't take it that seriously.
Niggas, they don't say anything funny. I be saying funny shit.
I be saying funny shit.
I be saying funny shit.
I don't know about you. Me, they like me. I say funny shit. But these niggas are really invested. They're Nick Fuentes.
Or Dr. Umar.
They're the same thing. Remember when Nick Cannon was trying to get in that bag?
A little bit.
He was talking to Dame Dash, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What about it?
Everything's a race war. It's getting tiresome, bro. But hey, that's about all we got for you guys. Unless you got more. Yeah, I close the shit out. What are you gonna do about it?
You fucked up my intro. Now you want to fuck up my outro. Yo, you better learn to play your role, man.
Get your hands off me, man.
Stay in your role.
Karate.
Like JJ Redick. Dumb nigga roll.
Yeah, you weren't ready for that. That's crazy. Oh, shit. You would have been dead.
Listen. Nice pod. Good memes. Ha 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 ha. Good jokes. Good
we
topics.
We should have talked about the damn fucking bugs. So why, yo.
It's fake news.
All the Quaker oats.
You eat oats.
I can't.
You're gonna keep eating oats.
I can't eat the oats no more, bro.
You're gonna keep eating them.
They want bug protein in your oats.
So that's what
all the Quaker products. They got bug in it.
So that's what you do your research on Twitter. You're not ashamed?
It's not research on Twitter. I'm not really doing research at all. I see something, I take note.
But you just said it's not just taking note. You're taking action. You say I can't eat oats no more.
Certainly not for Quaker.
So you think that if Quaker's gonna skimp and put the crickets in there, nobody else is? Come on, bro. They're gonna be the last ones to do it. They can afford not to.
Like the organic oats.
Okay.
Organic mean organic insects.
Hmm?
Organic insects. Organic insect feed. Look, man, I mean, you know, this being an actual question nowadays got me thinking, like, maybe I don't really care. I just don't want to end up on a fucking train eating a bug bar. That's the last straw. If you start feeding the cows insect feed, what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't got the bread to just be eating organic.
Farm raised beef.
I don't got the bread for all that extra shit. The most I can do is go to Trader Joe's.
I'll just become vegan.
Huh?
They're not gonna supplement the lettuce with cricket dust.
Won't they?
No.
They splash the cricket water.
No. Look, maybe we'll get to the crickets next week. But for this week, it's been nice. But it's time to end the show. Like the video.
What's your tagline?
It's not mine. I stole it.
It's been years.
Oh. It's not that good. And I can't think of it right now. My brain's a little fried.
Nice. It's been real.
It has been real nice. It's real. It's been nice, but it has been real nice. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Click the notification bell so you never miss a podcast. You never miss a video. You never miss a short. We got all that coming at your face. It's Ben.
Bezel.
The Yokami Podcast, episode 8. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.